Hang on. You should be able to hear me now. There we go. Now the bar is actually moving. That is very odd. Why was it like that? I know Windows 10 updated not too long ago and it reset a lot of my variables. I did not think it was going to reset absolutely everything. Hold on, let me do a few tests to make sure that we're working now. Yes, that works. Now it's actually hearing the computer. What do you say, guys? Do you hear this bouncing music? Do you hear the steady humming of the motor? Do you hear my snaps coming in? Much better. Okay, everything's here. Everything's working exactly the way it's supposed to. Awesome. Thank you, dude. Thank you for helping me out with that. Okay, universe, I've had enough. Any more technical problems? Come on. I'm holding my arms out like a freaking lightning bolt for bad karma here. Come on. Come on. Bring it to me. I don't feel it. Come on. Hit me. Hit me! I dare you. Nothing? That's what I thought. Of course it will. I followed the blueprints to the letter. Turns out they weren't actually your blueprints, though. I love how even the hamster's running faster. Uh-oh. Snaps and you, but not the game? No game. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, back to the drawing board. Properties. Well, if it's not one... might it be this? Possibly? Is that game audio? Okay, it's working now. Oh, thank goodness. Still low. It's supposed to be at least a little low. That way it's not like overpowering me, but I'll turn it up one more little pip. One or two, it's got to be one of those. Yeah, Sky does not sound at all like I thought she was going to. I thought she'd sound a little bit like an older woman. I don't know. Maybe I just have a different perspective. I'm trying to equate her to examples I've had in my life. Of which the female persuasion has not been much. Barely? What did you do to her? Isn't it lovely? I've inverted her magic. But the machine wasn't designed for such a purpose. How could... Can only hear pops? This is... Not gonna lie, my brain's getting to that point where it's just like, fuck it, let's do something else here. Communications headphones? Maybe that's the one? Let me open up a completely different game here and see if it can pick up that desktop audio. Why did this have to happen? It's because I've gotten a lot of YouTube content done. Somebody's trying to mess with my... Sup, Blue Javelin? How are you doing tonight, man? Hopefully a little better than I am right now, trying to figure out what my audio properties should be. Hang on. Good, you? I'm, got some issues we're dealing with here. Juggling around different little things. Let's see if this picks up. I'm currently running an emulator, so if you hear Mario music for a second, you'll know why. No, it's not actually picking that up. So yeah, that's a problem. Is that device? Communications headphones. No. It's not that. Speakers and headphones, IDT, high definition. There we go. Now it's picking up everything that's going on there. I see the bars moving. This has to be it. This is the setting we're looking for. You inhuman fiend! You switched the blueprints on me! Don't look so glum. What you've built for me is so much better. You see...
I can turn anything I want from good into evil.
I'm at least trying to hit her inflections. I can't give the cadence that Christina V can, but hey, I try. I just noticed that was your initials, Blue. I promise not to make fun of you for that. And my next target will be the biggest source of light magic in the entire world. The Genie Realm! No! Do that you will drown Sequinland in utter darkness! Now you're getting the picture. I'm off to destroy the world as you know it. Have fun with your ill-tempered genie brat.
Ta-ta.
Much better? Okay. Whew. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick double check on everything else that I've got here. Webcam is off, cup maintenance is off, Hapog is off. Everything should be good. Let me do a quick test on my alert box just to make sure everything's working properly. Pizza power! Yup, okay. Everything's just fine. We are ready to go for a stream, as they would say in all of them. Actually, can it go down? You're tearing me apart! You're taking me in a million different directions. You're not gonna make it in Hollywood. Not in a million years. But after that... Uh-oh. I still kind of like the idea I originally had. Pull a Boktai and just be playing the evil character for a little while. That's the only thing they're basically missing from this game now at this point, is being able to play as Nega Shantae. Like her trying to fight off the darkness, you know?
No! Hit the dirt! Die!
Also, you'll notice when Shantae turns into Nega Shantae, her color scheme becomes remarkably like Risky's. I don't think that's an accident.
What in the world happened?
Well, plot happened, I think. That's a lot of dark energy it's pulling in from the surrounding area. The dark magic must have overloaded her body. She's been knocked unconscious.
What do we do now?
Obviously, go in there and save her. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a game. Yeah, we can't just leave her like this. Just a moment. Perhaps we can use this opportunity to help Shantae before she wakes up. There, you see that? The dark magic that exploded out of her body. Some force is drawing it back in. Call me crazy, but I bet one of us could enter that vortex and try to rescue her from inside. Assuming the good Shantae is trapped somewhere in there, one of us could make contact and bring her back. Mister, you are crazy. Even if it works, who knows what evil lurks inside her corrupted mind. If we provoke her, she could destroy us with a single thought. It's worth a shot.
I'll go.
If it'll help Shantae, I'll go.
Ugh, Bolo.
You? No offense, Bolo, but we're trying to save her, not make things worse.
Aww.
And I suppose you think you should go? Who died and made you boss cow?
I should be the one.
Zombie? No way. You're the last person Shantae'd want inside her brain. She'd like it the most because I like her brain the most. Stop it! Stop arguing, you three, are going to... Wait! And there we go. Nobody can decide who Shantae's best friend is, so now they're all going to save her together. See? Nobody gets to be the main character. This is what's happening now. You'll have to share the title of co-stars. we inside her mind? It looks like a storm. More like a nightmare. Blast it all! No, I'm stuck out here by myself. What am I gonna do if she wakes up? Fend her off with a broom handle? Sounds like you kids made it in anyway. Yes, we're here. Inside Shantae's mind. I'm trying to communicate that idea of, man, even I think this is weird and we live in a world of genies. I call it the Nightmare Realm. Who cares what you call it? Listen, you've got to find Shantae before it's too late. Right, you can count on me.
Wait here. I can handle this myself.
No way, your stuff is my jam. I'm going.
I say we split up.
You two slowpokes will just get in my way. Come on, guys, your friend is in danger here. The protagonist who's been leading the series up to this point is about to succumb to darkness and you're fighting amongst each other? Teamwork! That's the only way you'll be able to help her, by working together. Grumble. Rabble, 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 rabble. Trust these two numbskulls?
Okay, I guess.
Actually, Roddy's voice is starting to grow on me a little bit. Hers is about the only one, though. I know you can do it. May your bonds of friendship be as strong as steel. Good luck. And in we go. Now, I have played through this little tutorial here just to see if everybody would split off or not afterwards. But no, as it turns out, everybody's together all the time. This isn't just a one-man show at any point. To survive Shantae's twisted memories, you three will need to work together as a team. First, let's learn about Bolo. Bolo can fire his spring claw to grab onto pegs. Use a spring claw by pressing Y. Holding up will aim the claw directly upwards. Once he's latched onto the peg, he can swing about freely and jump off at any time. So basically, Bolo is a combination. He's the heavy character. He's got the heaviest weapon. If I'm not mistaken, he moves just a little bit more slowly than the other characters. Also, is it just me or does that walking animation look a little choppy to you guys? It seems strange to me. Now, here's the cool thing I like about this. Once you latch onto something like that, you don't need to hold the Y button down. You can just keep him going. See, unfortunately, they do give you a lot of deceleration when he's right above a hooking point, so there's no way to just keep spinning around and around and gain a whole bunch of speed. They probably did that so that people wouldn't be able to break levels by just pulling a Super Mario World and launching themselves up into the air using a ton of speed from Bolo. And look at that, smashed right through the boulder. No problem for this guy. Bolo can grapple to both pegs and rings. Firing a spring claw will default to a forward angle. So as he says, like I said, Bionic Commando right here. Also, according to the game, if you aim it right, you might not even have to. You can jump a great amount of distance up or down, depending on how you swing through it. Meanwhile, Roddy Tops, if you've ever played Stubbs the Zombie before, this this moveset is going to look very similar to you guys. She can throw her body parts around, wax people with one of her legs right there. Like, look at that. That is straight up her boot. I mean, I guess it helps when your nerve endings don't really... You don't have to really worry about them anymore. I wonder if there are other animations I can play around with. You know, you do realize you could just move the leg yourself. It'd probably be easier. Then again, she doesn't have any recovery frames off of that, so she's fine. See, this is why I like playing this version way more than a mouse and keyboard, because I can aim exactly where I want her body parts to go. Yeah, Roddy Tops is a cool moveset. Not to say that Bolo and Sky don't. Like, thematically, Bolo probably has the least interesting one, but he's also the heavy character. He's the warrior. Like, sure, his whole playstyle isn't that exciting, but it would feel empty without him. Like, you need him there for a reason. It's almost thematic for the character. Like, he does aspire to be a more traditional style hero. So it's fine. It's fine. Roddy Tops can also throw her head through softer platforms here. You'll notice there's no real way to... You've also got to be really careful with the head toss, I imagine, because you can't control anything with her until you pop back up again. Like, it's a really long delay. You can cancel out of it if there's an emergency by pressing the attack button here, but you need to make sure you're clear before you commit to this idea. And last but not least, the beautiful tomboyish buddy Sky. Press Y to toss one of Sky's eggs. It'll hatch into a hoverbird who lives very briefly before poofing out of existence. Hey, he doesn't seem to be too torn up about it. He's just very nonplussed about that. Or maybe he's just free. He hatches, and then he poofs off to wherever he wants to be. Then again, it is like a dream space, so maybe these aren't even real birds to begin with. Or are we just getting into an imagination land talk here? What's in your head is actually real. I had a character, like a story I wrote up once, that played around with that concept. He had an imaginary friend, and how he explained it, like even into adulthood, and how he explained it to people is, like, I created her with such, with the mentality that she emulated a real person. She cries when she's sad, laughs when she's happy. I mean, wishing her out of existence at this point would because I don't need her anymore would feel kind of rude. I have a fascination with those kinds of characters, like the people who realize they're insane and just roll with it. Teamwork's often the key to victory, so if one character's not needed at that particular moment,
All set.
Jeez, that was a heck of a death cry. I did it again! And I did this perfectly the first time around. Some really strict timing on that one. I already knew the solution to this. Yeah, sometimes abilities will have to work together, like you'll summon a hoverbird, or, no, too late. Or too early, rather. And bingo! Who says these guys can't take care of themselves? I mean, they live in this world too. You'd imagine everybody is at least somewhat competent at all of this. Warding off monsters and whatnot. Roddy Tops can regain health. Sky can summon protective birds that orbit her body. And you can use all of these moves by pressing B. So basically... Wow, my body is just... wants to interrupt my commentary all the time. Bolo can throw ricocheting projectiles. Roddy Tops can restore her health just by munching on... I don't think we've established whose brain that is, but... Again, it is a dream, so... Sup, Arbok? And randomly! Hey guys, welcome to the chat. Yeah, bouncy projectiles. Hope you've been well. I am way better now. So basically, in order, we have a ricocheting projectile, which I don't think we've seen before. I don't think that's reminiscent of any of Shantae's ability. We have the brain, which I won't do that again because that's kind of gruesome. Which is just any healing item in general, because I don't think you get those. I don't think you get an inventory with these characters like you do with the other ones. And then we've got her birds, which is basically Super Pike Ball. Also, I forgot to point something out there about Sky's normal attack. I guess we'll talk about that now once we get into one of the normal stages. Sup, Swirl? Fnu's alive, yes. Yes, I'm alive, I am well. Those of you who know what actually happened to me yesterday, nothing, it's okay. Nobody's hurt. My fender is just like a little cracked. I've already contacted the guy's insurance, and on Monday at 1 p.m. I will be swinging by that office to get things sorted out. So, there we go. Everything's fine. We're good. Here, Yoshi. Just about.
Don't you see?
We're inside her mind, so it's only natural that we'd be experiencing her memories.
So this is her brain, eh?
Oh, such torture. Zombie cruelty. It's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet with no spoon. Shh, let me think. After I dropped her off, Shantae chased Risky's Tinkerbat crewmen all over town. I bet it was all the distractions so she could swap the blueprints without being seen. Then let's hurry. If we're quick, maybe we can keep it from happening. Yeah, then everything will be back to normal.
Numbskulls.
This isn't time travel, you lame brains. Changing the outcome in here won't have any effect on the outside world. The point I'm trying to make is that we know where Shantae will be. Therefore, we can head her off and force a confrontation. Oh. Just leave the thinking to me, okay? Whatever. Your fender? I thought you got... Isn't that the right word for it? I guess bumper would be the right one? Or fender's the one on the front. I don't know. I'm not a car guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, everything's okay. We're good.
Here's egg in your face.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, look at this. Anybody out there a fan of Castlevania? What? If so, what does this remind you of? I so thought that thing was going to collapse down on me. Like it was going to come towards the foreground. At least it has the decency to just sink straight down. I wonder. Can anybody here not swim? I'm trying to figure out where all of their strengths and weaknesses are. None of them can go underwater, unfortunately. And yeah, it looks like... Oh, that's taunting me. There's still a platform down there, which means there's still part of the level that they didn't expect me to go to. No, not that one. Hey, this doesn't sound like the normal version they use in this stage, does it? Yeah, is this a whole new remix that they're working with here? Oh, I hope it is. Maybe it's just been so long since I've heard it last that it feels different. Hey, ow, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, that's interesting. Right, because these guys don't have a shop that they're visiting. There's no currency they have to worry about or anything. I did notice this off to the side there. Anytime a character picks up gems, I guess they start to level up a little bit. Found a dream squid. Try collecting a lot of them. You never know what might happen. Dude, are these guys not the only side characters we're gonna get to play around with? Come on, let me ride on the Squid Baron. That sounded awful there for a second. Let me try again. Let me have a bonus stage where we are using the Squid Baron's powers. I just recently played Pirate's Curse again here recently. Just to try and remind myself which Shantae game was actually my favorite. I've been playing through all of them again just so I can be 100% clear on that one. Because let's be real here, we all know that at least one Shantae game is going to be showing up in the 25 games of Christmas. I'm not going to tell you which one, but gimme. So what happens with this? Wow, really? Mermaids already? Ah, his weapon got a little bigger. Doing more damage. Little cosmetic changes like that. I love it. Ah, I'm gonna have to work my currency, am I? Cross boomerang. Bumper. Fenders are on the other side of the car around the wheels. Got it. I learn something new every day. I should probably be distributing all of these gems evenly between the characters. Just so that no particular person is too much stronger than everyone else. Because depending on the situation, they're all going to be useful. Oh, I see. Oh, no. Come back. Oh, Birdie, I need your help. Yeah. All right. Go. All right, Bolo. Well, I almost had an idea there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Look how much height he got off of that. If they just let you keep going around and around, that had to be something that came up really early on during development. Now, here's my biggest question. He takes half a heart of damage right there. Yes, it does carry over between characters. Hey, that's interesting. Just off of her base damage, Roddy actually does more damage than Bolo does. That's weird. I guess because he has more range, that's how they balanced it out? I see what's going on here. You can hit enemies going out and in with the bird. And if she levels up, she can probably throw out more of them at once. Sky might end up being the best character against really big bosses if you use her correctly. Give her 1 or 2 points to work with. Don't know how to clip that. What gem? What did I say? What did I do? How did I make myself look stupid this time? It's like... This just Fnu doesn't know cars. Get off of me, you little jerk. Yoshi bar? Yoshi bar. Yoshi. Yoshi bar. I don't entirely understand. That's the second time I've seen Yoshi mentioned in the chat, but I don't... Okay, wait a second. No, have faith in me, I can figure this out. Wait, so... Partners, side characters... Saving yourself... Oh, wait a second, maybe the birds? The way you use them, you're sort of bouncing off their back to prevent yourself from falling down pits. Am I on the right track there? Probably not, but you will correct me here in a second. There's the ashes. I love how you can see those little specks, the embers floating around in the air the closer you get to the fire. The closer you get to the part of town that's really burning. God, this game has some incredible production values. And here's the cool part about this, like, this is running just fine on my PC. I don't know what it is, but I'm not my fan isn't triggering at all. I would hope my computer's doing all right in terms of performance on that end. It's bloody cold enough outside as is. Yeah, that's exactly how that works. She can just throw more birds now at a time. She can have 2 of them out there at once. When throwing oh, the egg throwing, that's why. Right, that makes sense. Throwing eggs in her head, it does the Yoshi egg bar from Yoshi's Island. Yeah, you're totally right. It does do that exact thing. Those gems, I want them back. Hello, what were you hiding from me up here? Oh, come on now, let's master this grapple.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. So basically, if you know where the secrets are in the main game, you can just play around with these characters and go straight there. Are they gonna throw any new ideas towards me? Or are these just gonna be the same areas we already know? Ooh, that's kinda cool. Did you see that? I hit her, and then I kind of angled it downward and got a second hit. You see how he can kind of change his animation there? I wonder how that could be used.
Level up.
Find out here in a moment. Wow, I thought he was gonna stop off at level 3. Is this just cumulative over the entire adventure? I wonder what the max ends up being. If I can just get Sky leveled up to the point where all of her... Where she can fire birds as fast as you can mash the button. That would be kind of cool, actually. more squid in the bag. Yeah, that wasn't there initially. So yeah, that answered my own question. Although what used to be up here was a completely separate area in its own right. So if I take too much damage, I just lose some of those gems no matter what. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, I see how it is. You want me to do it this way? Fine, we'll do it this way. I'll just launch him to the moon, why don't I? Hey! Stay out of my face. No little hole in the wall. Carpenter's been here to patch things up since since the memories came by. Or maybe not. Ugh. Careful, Bomo. That's more just me reminding myself to be careful on top of everything else. Yeah? She got about... Oh, right, I almost forgot to check that. Yeah, every character would have their own... Oh, Bolo! Poor guy. Yeah, they wanted you to go through this whole sequence down here. They didn't want you to just skip it over around the top. They had to think about that kind of thing, because it's no longer a case of you'll come back to this area later and we're giving you a shortcut. This is just, we don't want you to skip over the challenge at all. We'll give you a secret. We'll reward you for being observant and clever, but past that, you're on your own. What do the dream squids do? Do genies dream of electric squids? Or magical ones, I guess, in this case. Might want to heal up. I know, but the animation is just gruesome. I should heal up, but I really don't want to. There you go. Back to normal, Sky. Alright, fine. No, don't do that! Jesus. Wow, look at how much dream energy that takes off of us. And that doesn't automatically restore either. Remind myself, I'll have to save all of the magic for her use. That is quite literally a lifesaver, depending on the situation. Worst part about the Nagas, is you see the attack coming a mile away, and there's almost nothing you can do about it if they fire it along the ground. If I had had the idea to switch to Sky fast enough, maybe I could have saved that. Where are you hiding this last squid from me? Can't be hiding too far. Anytime I see a bat hanging from the ceiling like that, it reminds me of L-Sword. Specifically one of the early dungeons. If you don't know what L-Sword is, it's this old anime-styled MMO. And those aren't my words, that's how the marketing touted itself. It's like, this is the best anime MMO out there, guys. Which, to be fair, they did go out of their way to get some really good voice actors and actresses for all the characters. They delivered some pretty subpar performances despite that, but hey, they did their best. I remember when they put that poll out there asking everybody, hey, who are some of your favorite voice actors from anime? We'll try and get a hold of them. I'm pretty sure the names that were the most popular were a little out of that game's range, but... Oh, goody. Here we are, and there Shantae isn't.
Way to go, bird brain.
Butt-tastic.
But I was so sure.
This is the exact time and place where Shantae battled Risky Boots and took back the blueprint. Your theory's blown, Professor.
Huh?
Hold up, you two. We've got company. It can be cow
Queen of
brains.
the Seven Seas.
What?
Huh? She talking to us? Your dim-witted relic hunting uncle is always blah blah blah.
Hey.
I think we're reliving Shantae's adventure as Shantae. Come again? Don't you see? She's helping us by leaving a trail of memories to follow. the opposite. She could be using her memories to wipe us out. We're gonna find out real quick, because Risky's wrapping up her speech. Don't call it that! Men! Lock and load! Let's give this brat a proper workout. Oh shoot, here we go. Play your own anime. Yes, that was the one. I forgot to read the quote there. I got paid? Shadowmancer! Thanks for the bits, man. How are you doing tonight, dude? Oh, cool! Bolo has a double hit against that thing. Hurry up! Nice job. That's a lot of damage, too. That's a decent bit of numbers to work with. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna lie, fighting these same bosses with a completely different control scheme does have a way of making it feel kind of fresh. It's the exact same challenge, like I know what the patterns are going to be, but for a little while it feels fresh again. I'm probably just gonna switch to Bolo for every boss fight, like especially now that I know I can do that with the multiple hits. We beat her, now what? So you managed to get the upper hand, but you'll never save the half-genie run from a fate worse than death.
Huh?
Huh?
So long.
So long, bunglers. Uh-oh. Memories are getting a little... So the bad memories must be the negative energy. The good memories must be Shantae. Was she talking directly to us?
But you said she was just a memory.
What?
You mean she caught me staring? Get it together. This could be the first of many memories. I say until we know what's going on, we keep moving forward. Right. Right? I guess so.
Nice. Yes.
Deja vu was the achievement I just got? Uh-oh, victory cut short. Bolo. See, I don't necessarily like those kinds of jokes related to this character. Like, I remember in Pirate's Curse, my favorite joke, probably in all of video games, one of them at the very least, happens when it's after you go through the Desert Kingdom and you come back to Uncle's workshop. You talk to Bolo, and there's this whole speech. It's like, man, I wish I could have been there with you guys. You even went on this whole desert adventure out there. And Shantae's trying to make him feel better. Like, she's genuinely trying to be like, no, you didn't miss anything. It's like, it was more like a girl thing. We all got kidnapped and forced into metal bikinis. It was really boring. You wouldn't have liked it. And his response is just, ... Just leave me alone. I love that sequence. I love that whole bit of like, look, I'm only human. You're sweet, your heart's in the right place, but you're not helping. Hey guy, looking good. This is awesome. What am I saying, something heroic? You're always leaving me out. I'm sick of barfing in your shadow. I should be the hero. Ah! Wow. Let's go. If we follow this memory, it will lead us to the next piece of the puzzle. I love how she and I, the voice actors and I, both had the exact same inflection of voice. Maybe I'm getting better at this kind of thing. Maybe. Just slightly. A little bit. Blue girl thinks she's always in a dance club. You mean green girl?
All set.
Just her idle animation? To be fair, Shantae's that exact same way. It is that kind of world, like everybody's a little bouncy. Yeah, look at that. Levels persist. I wonder. Yeah, this sounds like a totally... Wait a minute. This music. This is Through the Forest from Risky's Revenge. I knew this was new music. This totally is different. I'd recognize that song anywhere. Right, Shantae's Memories. So bringing back a whole lot of old songs, that would make perfect sense for this. Well played, guys, well played. That gives this an edge. You guys know I'm a melomaniac. I love good musical touches. That's the quickest way to my heart. Cool, the birds can actually grab gems for me. That's good to know. They're sort of like boomerangs in their own right. Wait a minute. Hold on a cotton picking second here. How am I supposed to get that? You need the mer powers in order to grab that squid. Oh, or no, you could just do what I did way back in the original demo for this game. Pull a monkey dive and go straight under the water so far that you can sneak in there and get the chest. That's fair too, that works.
Level up.
So level 4 is the max for any particular character. Now I just have to avoid getting hit. Which is gonna be easier said than done, I will admit straight up to you guys. Uh-oh. The case in point. Ooh, that looks tasty. Probably not as tasty as a brain, but it'll do. Well, it's not Zelda, but it'll do. That's a game you all should play at least once if you get the chance. I wonder if what happens if she lands in the nightmare energy. Her head is immune, but is the rest of her body not? Is this gonna be one of those weird situations? Does she take damage and get forced out, or does she have to respawn back at the last checkpoint? Something to that effect. God, this is such a good cover! I loved how chill and down-to-earth the original song was. One of my favorite tunes in the whole series, along with that game's file select theme. Risky's Revenge had some of the best music in the series, I think. But never mind. I'm gonna keep my thoughts on that to myself for now. Teasing, teasing, teasing. I keep prodding away, mate. Dreaming, Fnu. Maybe eventually people will care about the videos again. I joke, but the response to those to the 25 Days of Christmas has been incredibly humbling. Why am I collecting gems as Bolo? He doesn't need anymore. You guys have been really excited, and it's been really cool to feed off of that again, to see what people's reactions are to a lot of the things that I create. That's what keeps you going in this field of creation, is like taking in people's reactions. Like there's a comic out there on Twitter, which is this person sitting in front of their computer. They upload a video or something, and there's a single thumb that comes up, and they're all happy. And then there's a pause. And then they just kind of push into the computer screen. More. It keeps you going. It really does. Uh-oh. No! There goes a 5. An entire 5. You know how much I had to work to keep those going? Eat boot! Come on, buddy. Let me give you a hand here. Punch me in the face with his foot. Alright, who's the smart aleck over here shooting arrows? I'm the only one allowed to have feathers in this vicinity. I hope you know. I wonder how Sky feels about that kind of thing. Just harpies in general. Like if she thinks they're cool, if she's kind of weirded out about them. Or it's just like, nah, it's a totally different field of study. Like, I'm not into it myself, but I totally understand why people are. Okay. Look at how fast those attacks are now. This memory is probably way different from how Bolo remembers it the first time around. He's probably thinking to himself, man, why didn't I do it like this the first time? Kinda kicking myself in the butt for not realizing it could be this simple. Oh boy, this is gonna be a heck of a grab right here. Oh no! I almost had it. Almost had it. You were close. Missed it by that much. Do you really want to find out? Kind of. It's just one of those weird little lore questions that pops into your head. It's like that whole thing people were making fun of Shantae for a while. It's like, what if she actually used shampoo and conditioner as power-ups? Because that would make her hair stronger. And to be fair, that is a good point. It's just people pestered that... Wait a second. I can make this really easy for myself. Hold up. I just realized. Well, easy in one sense, hard in another. Because, yeah, if I don't time that correctly right there, I'm just gonna get left in the dust. I can ride on top up to a point, but from then on... Okay. Nope! Ah, if he hits a ceiling, he just immediately... I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight, just for you, Way Forward. So, if Bolo hits a ceiling, he hits some kind of surface, the grappling hook immediately stops, which, that's, I don't know why I can't just stay there. Maybe that was another glitch that they had to fix. Some strange things that they took out of this game from the beta version into later versions. Weird little details that I don't quite get. It probably makes more sense if you look at it from a gameplay perspective, or maybe it was an engine thing, like they couldn't leave that in there because it would have caused problems. I'm just left eternally curious about some of the design decisions they made. I'd love to sit down with a team and be like, now why is this way? Can't commit too much to that jump either. If I do, I'm just gonna fall down that pit again and waste everybody's time. There's some kind of secret in there. I don't know what these dream squids do yet, but it's probably something good, and I probably want it. That hook, I'm not crazy, right? Like, that hook right there is the only way to actually get in that spot. I'll say this, by the time I'm done here, I will be a master at using this grappling hook. Let me test this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I don't think she actually does more damage with the birds, she just gets more of them. No. God, this is agitating. Only the second level and I'm already getting stuck on one of these. Can you tell I never actually played Bionic Commando when I was younger? Right, okay. Build up a little speed. Believe in yourself, Bolo. You can be the hero you always wanted to be. But first, you're gonna have to collect a boatload of power-ups. Nice. Like that one! Only problem is, now we have no idea where the third one is. I've spent this whole level I've spent the past 10 minutes trying to grab that one little power-up, and then I just now realized that's only 2/3 of the equation. We're missing one other little detail here. The only other place I can think of that it might be... Yeah, there it is. I had to double check. I have a feeling that might be it. Now again, question is how we get up there. Directly above us, huh? Bolo doesn't have a way into that spot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have another skill that lets us get into weird places we're not supposed to be. I keep forgetting about Roddy Tops's, yeah, no. Okay. Gotta angle this just right. Yeah! Wait, did I do this completely backwards? I wasn't supposed to be in there first? Yeah, I totally did. Well, how about that? Oh, Fnu. You silly goose. Goofy little gander. You're a goofy goober. Rock. It is really cool, though, this idea. Because two of these characters are human, one of them is a zombie. You don't exactly have magic to work with in the traditional sense. Like, that's a Shantae thing. She's the only one who gets access to a lot of those kinds of skills. Like, alone, none of these guys can save the world. But together, by combining all of their abilities, bringing themselves together into one team, one entity, they make up all of the skills that could do something incredible. It feels like an adventuring party. Really. Like, we've already established, yeah, it totally does. I just caught this. We've got the trio here. We've got your sword and board tank, you've got the healer, and then you've got the magical DPS, the mage. She even, like, summons little familiars and whatnot. That's kind of awesome. I should have named this stream Shantae's D&D party, because this is all taking place inside her imagination. Nope, no zombie mermaids today. Thank you very much. What's wrong? Come a little closer. Oh, come on, I'm hitting you with enough force to crush a boulder. You can't block that. I mean, you can. I won't appreciate it much, though. So take that to bed with you tonight. Supposed to be a more fighter, mage, thief kind of thing going on. Probably. Although the only thief going around here is Risky Boots. This is the adventure where we're deciding to play against the thief. There's past Bolo, too. Future Bolo is just kind of looking on like this. So many regrets. So many things I would have done differently. I already see what I'm supposed to do. That's what I like about this. I see a puzzle like that, and already it's starting... I realize, yeah, okay. I get it. Like, only after a stage or two, that's all it took. I understand it, and now it's time to start testing me on it. which I think they are. They're more than ready to do. Sky, how close are you? Oh, almost. 11 away, and then you'll hit level 4. Attack the gems. Don't touch my gems. Yeah, maxed out. Constant feathery downy barrage here. Taste the power of pestering. Mine, 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 mine. I mean, this is the PC version. Can somebody make a mod for me where every time she fires the bird, it just plays mine from Finding Nemo? I'd stream that. If you went through the trouble of building it, I would do an entire show of that. If no one else makes that happen, I will, I promise you. Oh, who am I kidding? I've got enough going on right now. On top of videos and streams and other projects. Yeah, let's just forget I said anything on that front. I won't be doing shit outside of the myriad of promises I've made people already. Gotta know your limits. You do this kind of thing, you gotta discover what your... Oh, right. Can't actually switch characters while you're hanging on to one of these things. Okay. There we go. That's really cool how they give you that control. It's either forward or you can shoot it directly upwards. It's not one-to-one with how you use the controller, but... Oh! That's the sound of a subscriber. Who was that? Who was that? Where did I put... Oh, wait, I don't need my remote right now. That was... As soon as my dashboard opens up here. Drumroll, please. QuesBT! Dude, a race sub. Also, I'm here now. Welcome to the chat, man. How are you doing tonight? Sorry if you said something and I didn't see you come in. People have modded the Desk Nation into Hearts of Iron 4. Yes, desks. I've never heard of this game up till now. Desk Nation. Is this something I need to stream in the future? This sounds just silly enough to be awesome. Birds. More gems. The secret to life, the universe, and everything itself? No, it's just a pot. It all helps in the long run. You can spend all this imaginary money on imaginary goods in the real world. Hey, Ashidaru. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight? We actually blocked off that secret. There used to be another path leading up there. Let's see if I can't get a better look at this now. No, there's something up there. If we just haven't reached the... Maybe this area is just bigger than I remember it being. Now, why did I hop on here as a character other than Bolo? It was probably a very unwise decision of me. Yeah, no matter what, if you get hit when you're level 4, it looks like you're going to lose some gems are just going to be completely unrecoverable. That's unfortunate. That's it. Work around his guard. He doesn't stand a freaking chance. It really helps playing the other games first. They get you ready for the DLC packs, I guess is the best way of putting it. They teach you how these... Because most of these guys were designed around Shantae and her moveset. Most of these enemies and their abilities were designed to test her, specifically. So, when you're playing as other characters with a whole new... There he is again. whole new set of skills. It sort of remixes the adventure a little bit. Yep, out of my range. Wait a second. Hold up, I have an idea. Ah. You see what I'm trying to do here at the very least, right? Yeah! Check that out. And of course, I immediately screwed up. There's gotta be some kind of secret up here, right? There's a hook leading for... The timing on this is absolutely impeccable. Right. Yeah. Okay. Careful. Nope, that's a ceiling. Aha! Oh, getting there. Following the same path as our friend before us. Yeah. I keep forgetting that Roddy can just go through these the soft platforms no problem. All that for one squid. I wonder if I can't rick it. I was trying to go for 3 points there. Get myself all the way down back to this platform in one toss. No bonus points for doing it on the first try, I guess. You gonna give me a place where I can get up, game? I hope so. It's a grand strategy game where you play as a nation trying to survive/win World War II. Okay. That's it. I have a hook to grab onto? Thanks. Appreciate you throwing me a little bone here, game. Right, so... You guys may or may not know. Maybe. Yeah, that's how you cross a huge distance with these characters. Question is how I get back now. Oh, like that, I guess. It's always best when you answer your own question. Work it out step by step in your head. You get a little more respect for it. Not much, and you'll lose it a couple seconds later, but... I can't aim his attack upwards. There we go. Yeah, she does the most damage per hit. Oh, I just noticed she also swings a lot faster as she levels up. I guess everybody gets that. Also, I just noticed Bolo's range there. That's almost a third of the screen, it looks like. It's a pretty decent distance that he can hit things from. Oh, please tell me I get the sliding minigame with one of these characters. Who's gonna ride down? I think Bolo had enough the first time he went down this slope in a barrel, so maybe... Which one of you ladies is wearing better pants? Or I guess in this case, which one of you would suffer the least from chafing? Probably the one who is eternally regenerating herself with dark magic. Yeah, I'll save. The Squid Baron theme, yes. How full are your pockets? About halfway? Halfway full? Filler boss. I'm only gonna get one chance at these dream squids here. Usually they... Yep. Just gonna have to eat that one. That's the unfortunate side to this. I've just gotta memorize where the squids are. Like, usually the collectibles on these sliding sections are optional. Like, they're just bonus healing items and whatnot because you don't have a chance to go back for them. Because this strategy doesn't feel good. Like, making one wrong split-second decision and suffering for it. Like, that's not great. Well, I've got it at the very least. Now I can just ignore that whole section. Never mind the fact that I might miss the third one again, which means I'll have to do it all, what, my fourth time? That would be? So let's just hope it doesn't happen. Let's all hope and pray. Send me your energy that I get lucky this time around. I'm digging this remix, though. Remastered music from other platforms is one of my sweet spots. They've got their hooks in me, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's scary the power nostalgia has over you sometimes. Stay right near the back here so I at least have as much time as possible to react to wherever this thing is. Come on. What you hiding from me? Oh! That was my fault. I was trying to stay back for a little too long. Roddy would be the one to volunteer. She probably thinks this is fun. Life and death situations, my favorite. Oh, I can just swap between them whenever I like here. No, unfortunately, I can't eat brains while I'm sliding down this place. I can summon birds at the very least. And hey, they stick around with me the whole time, too. Bolo's face. Get me off this crazy thing. He looks petrified, and considering where he was mentally the last time he went through this, I don't blame him. I'm not gonna torture the poor guy here. Yes! Got it! I don't even care that I fell there. Heal, 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 heal. Oh, goodness. I am stuck now. I've got to get through this on this next few tries, otherwise I'm not going to have nearly enough health for the boss. You might be straight up screwed. It's a no swing zone. Sliders only. I'm trying to leave your factory. Why are you still coming down here to throw fish at me? Or maybe they're like the maintenance crew. It's like, hey, hey, hey. Your fat butt's going to ruin the rollers. And Roddy's just like, who are you calling fat? You can tell I'm in focus mode right now. I think we're almost there. My eyes are doing that weird thing where they're not even following the scenery as it transitions forward. Just they're locked onto one spot, absorbing the information as it goes. It's like a typewriter motion you can feel with your pupils. Look, there's Bolo number 2.
Huh?
Why is he looking all dizzy and knocked out? Oh, that. I got clobbered defending Shantae from about 100 mermaids. I fought them off bravely, but then they saw my powerful muscles and realized what a saucy fellow I was.
Bolo.
Not this again. Literally throwing themselves at me like starstruck.
Please stop talking.
Well, geez, fine. How about I just turn around and go home then? Hey, wait up. More concerned about the bits of flesh that might gum them up. This is also fair. Techno Baron. Ah! However did you get past my techno grunts? Only the guardian genie Runt should have been able to reach the top of my mermaid factory. There's no way 3 unmagical misfits like you could make it. Wrong, Gator Face. My zombie moves saved the day. Sure, kinda, but it was my mad bolo ball skills that tipped the scales in our favor. I'm not gonna lie, we did a lot of grappling in that factory. My years of studying and training warbirds saved my skin. I didn't even break a sweat. Oh dear, how utterly disgusting. You 3 are even more conceited than I am. No matter. I happen to know a queen-sized buoyant beauty who's big enough to cut those swollen egos of yours down to size. The jokes just never end. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Who cares? Quick, Bolo, you were there. How do we beat this next opponent?
Lay out the juicy strat.
You pray, and try not to get hit by the giant bubbles. Oh, right. Let's see. There was a mermaid. A big green one. She was wearing seashells. And she had long hair, but some of it was tied up in hair buns. Or jellyfish, hard to tell.
Ugh,
Can't you remember?
Bolo.
Can't you remember anything besides what she looked like? I got your back, don't worry about it. Here, let me prove it to you. Don't worry, ladies, I got this. Save yourselves. It's cool how every single one of these drops more gems for you to collect. Wow, okay. I guess that's why you pay attention here. Right, these guys don't have the defensive options that Shantae did. This level is reverse Donkey Kong. Right, so let's skip past that whole cutscene again. You guys don't need to see that. Don't fishy flashback. What was the one for the Tinker Tub? I'm kind of curious now. Let's get rid of the ones that are higher up first, because they're going to be the most agitating. That's what I don't want to see right now. And how exactly do I avoid those? Okay. Down, around, and about. I don't like destroying the ground level ones first. Like, I can stack on a little damage, but... At least they give you some time to react. There's a little bit of a... There's a small window, a wind-up there, that you can take advantage of so long as you're paying attention. Uh-oh. Bolo, you might want to break out those high damage skills, buddy. Just saying. These are a couple heavy hits here. There's a second phase to this fight, too. That's the worst part. Wait a second. I think I see a way to get around her. I never really tried using the top path before to get from one side of this battlefield to the other, just because I thought her head would be a hitbox. Doesn't that make sense? It does to me, anyway. Oh, trust me, there are plenty of pictures of this woman. Don't ask me how I know. This is research purposes. Right, so who would be the best of... Hang on a minute. I've got an idea here. You can create platforms for yourself, so... you'd actually have an easy way up to her hurt box, or her hit box, or whatever. Yeah, look at that. It's not the highest amount of damage you can possibly muster in the world, but hey, it's something. Every hit she does even reveals a couple more gems to work with. It's cool how they found more and more ways to... The eggs even do damage. A minimal amount, but they still do some. Ow. That didn't feel good. I mean, didn't I say I was going to solve this whole problem with Bolo? And he does have the only attack we've got that fires straight upwards. He's doing just about as much damage as she was anyway. I can't mess around much more, though. Now it might be a good time to do this. Ugh. His attack goes straight forward. That doesn't help either. I mean, this might be the best option I've got, is just to use his grappling hook for this purpose. It's the most reliable thing I've got, at the very least. Yeah, look at that. This is way better than climbing up that entire... Oops. Hey! His bouncing balls! I forgot about that! Oh my god, I just realized. That's my strategy, isn't it? Bolo's going to defeat the giant mermaid by slapping her in the face with his balls. Yep, this is happening now. This is our strategy, and we're sticking to it. You know, when I start these streams, I don't plan on them becoming complete and total. It just reminds me more and more that I need to bring Armand to more of these shows. Sorry, no. Never you mind what I just said. Ahem. Alright, well there's half my health. Can't take many more hits like that. I wish there was a... Wait, there is. I'm being a doofy dingus. Yeah! Turns out I could just do that. I'm so guilty of that in so many games, like completely forgetting that I have certain abilities. Because I rarely ever use them. They don't have time to get in, like, bashed into my brain through repetition. Not enough chances to use them in situations where they're actually, well, useful. Give me a chance to sneak by, can't you? Come on, I'm not gonna do much. I wanna break her chains as much as you do. Together we'll break these chains of love. You took all their gems. Some of them are still stupid enough to try and get it back. Actually, yeah, that does explain what they're doing. You're eating all our profits! I can't believe this is working. I got paid? Dude, Gorguts. How you doing tonight, man? We've almost used up all of our magic here. Like, she's not supposed to typically have a whole lot of health. It's just enough. He has just enough magic to beat her. We did it, guys. We found the strat. So you managed to conquer another memory, did you? Ha! You're no closer to saving your friend than you were before. What a creep.
Phew.
Yeah, but Techno Baron kinda had a point, didn't he? Maybe it's time we set aside our differences and tried working as a team. My teamwork is fine. Yours stinks. Yours stinks. Mine is great. Never mind. Now, after Shantae freed the mermaids, where did she go next? For some reason?
I can't remember a thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Yeah, me neither. What gives? Oh, I know why. It's because while Shantae was fighting the mermaid, both of you had your memory stolen, remember? No. Nuh-uh. Well, I was there, and I remember every detail. We just need to make sure things happen exactly as they did before.
Everything to me.
Why am I suddenly worried?
Nice.
Again, we're kind of on the same wavelength here. It's sort of like hanging out with a friend. You play games from a particular company long enough, you start to pick up on their sense of humor. Why is the mermaid so cute?
Awful.
Yeah, my body's aching all over. Why do we have to swap clothes and beat each other senseless with river trout? I told you, we had to reenact the memory exactly like it happened. Are you both still sucking on those ghost peppers I gave you? Yeah. Okay then, we're here. The ruins of old Tasseltown. Shantae came here to find your lost memories. Instead, she found the imposter.
Huh?
Imposter? The fake genie who took your memories, remember? Not ringing any bells. She stole Shantae's job? You fool, Risky. Come on, this is easy. The fake. The one we all swore never to talk about.
All right.
Oh, Holly, the memory vampire. Oh, boy.
Someone remembered me?
I can't do a voice that high.
Nuts.
Goody! I'm alive all over again. But weird. This all feels kind of changed from the last time. Why is that? It's 'cause you're a memory of a memory inside another memory. How wonderful! It's like a glorious one-up loop. Now I'll be more powerful than ever. I'm going to go see if my sweet Wilbur is back as well. Bye now. We've really gone and done it this time. Your fault? Boo on you. So much for teamwork. Sure. That's such a weird one, isn't it?
Let's go.
Villains like that are really fascinating, aren't I? It's like I will never go away as long as this particular thing about the world is true. Who needs gems again? Bolo, you took a bit of a beating in that last fight. Granted, so did the Giga Mermaid, but she didn't seem too perturbed about it. In fact, she had a big old smile on her face at the end of that whole session, and this is where that conversation ends. Oh, for crying out loud. I gotta get used to her attack range compared to Bolo. This is kind of abysmal. So weird going back to that range after you're used to somebody who can strike enemies across the freaking planet. Protty Tops is best girl. Wait, was that the real Holly then? Oh, we have no idea at this point. Maybe? Possibly? The only place she could possibly exist is in other people's heads. So it could just be she's locked inside Shantae's brain somewhere. I think I talked about this before when the initial game launched. One of these subplots that they originally had, like one of the things they were trying to fund was an entire other chapter where this whole Nega Shantae thing was supposed to manifest in a completely different way initially. Like, Uncle Mimic was supposed to be making a satellite dish to catch remnant magical energies that were floating around in the air. And through all of that, guess who he ends up discovering? Nega Shantae. So who knows how this would have unfolded if it weren't... if we had gotten just a little more money during that campaign. Although it's hard to really ask for that considering how successful it was to begin with. I was kind of hoping they'd be able to pull off full voice acting, and if they had, maybe all of this wouldn't feel as weird as it does right now. They would have met these people a lot sooner. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. It's such an incredible wind-up for her move, for that move there. I wish this had, like, Castlevania properties to his flail. Where if I held the button down, it would sort of limp as it came back in, like it had that drop-off to it. I understand why they didn't do that, because it makes it easier to fight bosses, but... Oh, hi. I know you. Hey, Bolo! To solve this problem from a distance. Anytime we need to strike something that is a mile away from us, Bolo's your man. He's got you covered on that front. What's that you do? Now everybody's back to level 4. Countdown till I get hit and lose it. Holding together better than I thought I would so far. I just noticed there can only be 2 of those things on the screen at the same time. So what if I were to intentionally not hit them? What would happen then? Would we be free? Would we get more magic? Would we be able to nab ourselves another squid? Survey says... quite possibly. Magic 8 Ball says try again later. Good feedback. Glad you're here to give me this earth-shattering advice. Look at that. Like I said, all of these enemies are designed around Shantae. Come on, let your guard down already. Do I have to be standing in a particular spot? Yeah, I have to be close enough to her before she'll start to respond that way. I'm learning all kinds of things about how the enemies in this game work by viewing them through the lens of other characters. They only react this way during... What was that? I saw something sinking into the ground there. Would you lie to me, game? I know you're trying to pull a fast one on me. Or maybe it was just the remnants of that enemy. It just happened to look that way. Stage select? I just Ah! So I can actually go back if I missed any squids in any area. Hang on a second. World 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I don't remember exactly how many areas. So there's 3, 2, and 3, 3. After this is the racetrack. That has 1, 2, potentially 3. And then there's the mansion, which is 1, 2. So that leaves 3 extra areas, and that's probably Risky's base? No, because we aren't at that point in the story, so maybe those are like nightmare levels or something. God damn it, hit. You and I were joking about that today. Oh, wait a second. I remember this sequence. Yup, there he is. There's Wilbur. Hi, buddy. Birds. Actually, what am I wasting time with a hoverbird for? Is this the wrong path? Have I chosen utterly poorly?
Nice.
Not quite. That's the only way up there. At least they're all learning something about each other through all this. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Let me know if you see any collectibles that I could be using here. Nice shot, dude. This swinging is actually really satisfying once you get used to it.
Nice.
Oh no! Shoot. Well, that was almost successful there. At least it still counts as being in my inventory. That's the silver lining to this situation. And while he's only got a slight lead on us, healing items are actually really rare. I don't think I've encountered a terribly large amount of hearts to work with. This guy moves at a decent clip. He's never too far behind or ahead of you, no matter what you do. Why am I taking the hard way around this? I already got the squid once. At this point, I'm just showing off. It ain't a task, man. And you're definitely losing time doing this. Ain't proving anything to anybody. Just play the game, man. Stop wasting everybody's time on things that don't matter. Right. So what horrors are awaiting me on this side of the screen? The rest of this tower just as hostile as the first part? Yep. I wonder how I knew. Oh, for crap. Yep, okay, now this is happening. How the heck am I? Yep, that was the death plane. I want to know what the exact hit point is. Like, if you hit any point of his sprite, maybe that respawns you at the bottom. On the plus side, I won't have to worry about any collectibles for the rest of this. I can just play the stage. The rest of this is just straight up challenge. I can just go and not have to worry about hunting for anything, which is kind of refreshing, actually, for the reasons I talked about in today's 25 Games of Christmas video. Don't have to worry about no more squids, no more gems, no more collectibles. See, the only reason I'm going down this path now is just because that's what's ingrained in my head. That's what my brain recognizes works. And it works consistently too, so it's just gonna be even harder to get out of my brain. Yeah! Triple yeah! It's gonna be a good night. If I can avoid doing that for long enough, anyway. No more of the little snakes that come out of the screen there. Which is nice. Nobody likes those things. Okay, that's the Bolo section. Is this gonna be the Sky or Roddy section, depending? Careful now. Yeah, they really expect you to have mastered that momentum by now. Oh, I need the magic. I need to save that for Roddy if I find it. Yep, there we go. No, what are you doing? Oh, that was so lucky. I did not intend to do that the way I did. I thought I was pressing the chow down button. the wrong way to go about things. It was the wrong way. I actually really don't like that song. Don't ask me why, I couldn't tell you. I guess just because it's so freaking negative. This is going to end in horrible tragedy, isn't it? That's, confirmation. Yeah. I mean, it ended in tragedy. Horrible? Nah, that's completely subjective. What's horrible is my ability to dodge fireballs, apparently. Anything hiding up there I should be aware of? No? Fine. Excuse me for remembering secrets. Somebody please say something in chat. I don't want that to just sit there at the bottom. Everybody's just letting that thought stew for a little while. Break the chain. Thank you. Thank you, Gorguts. God, this area runs smooth. Maybe even a little better than it does on the PS4. Have I chosen the wrong console this entire time for this game? I might have. I mean, I want to give Roddy more gems. I really do. But at the same time...
Let's go.
Got our main fighter here. Don't you dare. Don't you even dare! Oh, I'm never gonna get used to that ceiling rule. So I'll take a deep breath. Drink a little bit of water. Yeah. That... Bolos is the... I think it's the only voice that I don't think I'm going to get used to. I didn't imagine him sounding quite so pathetic, I guess, is the best word I have for it. It's like, come on. I want to have a little more faith in the guy than that. Than what that voice tells us. And the impression it gives us. Like, I imagine having... like, clips like that are okay. He has that sort of air of, like, somebody who's actually confident. And he knows what he's doing. And, like, it's like I'm so torn on this. It's like, I get it. It makes sense for the character, but I don't like it. You're doing your job as a designer. It's your creative vision, but no. Get it out. Clearly, what they got wrong is that every single video game needs to be catered exclusively to my tastes. Trying very hard not to just send myself flying backwards into that crab and end my journey prematurely here. All else fails. It's a strategy that's served us well so far. Oh no. Do you know how to use the grapple hook yet? No? You're gonna learn. Sorry, what? Oh, I get it. I was just staring at that for a second, like, how do? No, that makes sense. I get it. Or at least I thought I got it. That's odd. Okay. Does it count if Roddy's head hits it at some point? Nope. What about his chain? No, the physical character sprite has to touch that thing, so... It's a really dumb idea. No! That did not work the way I thought it was going to. I was trying to shoot myself directly over the geometry. Maybe walk on the ceiling for a little bit. And just drop down on the other side. That high up. Really? Am I just not choosing the right angle, or what? No, that doesn't give him the kind of height he needs. It's not like a centrifugal thing where he'll just go off in that direction. So... Heal? I can't. Roddy doesn't have enough magic. Trust me, I've thought about it. Wait a second. There's a little bit of a potion, but she needs at least like half a bar or something close to it. A little under half a bar. One step at a time here. There we go. I just had to catch it right at the top of my jump. That looked out of my way, but I guess looks can be deceiving. I've got better projectiles than you do. At least now I know I'm not in too much trouble if I touch that nightmare energy there. Now you, on the other hand, you're a problem. I've got choice words for you, and that word is balls. How about you come over here and say that to my face? That's what I thought. Don't start nothing, won't beat nothing. Excuse you. Yeah, she can't use the head toss in mid... Air! Nice line drive right down the center there, kiddo. I say kiddo, she's probably my age. Oh, come on, give me some magic to work with. If you haven't noticed, I am literally dying over here. Almost there, guys. 1/3 left to this escapade. I get nervous every single time. It's because I'm bad at it and I can't do it right. Go, my birds. Fly. Fly, my pretties. Go rip that cactus a new one. Okay, hang on. Oh, no, wait. I know what to do. And there's no risk to this either, because even if I botch the throw, her head will just pop back on her head. That's appreciated, that you don't lose health if her head just kind of ends up in the void. Oh no, not you. I've had just about enough with hazards today, thanks. I'll nip that problem right in the bud. You're not even allowed to get close to me. That moment when you throw a projectile to try and hit the enemy way in front of you. and you end up doing a crazy trick shot by accident to nab a pot instead. Ugh, that feels better. You know when you're really hungry, you've gotten the whole day? Like, you've been doing some important stuff, don't get me wrong, but you finally get home, and you eat your favorite meal? Yeah, that's what that feels like right there. I don't even see where I'm supposed to go here. Ooh, can I make that jump? I don't know if I can. Let me give myself the best possible chance here. As much distance as possible. Yep, look at all that distance I got, guys. Straight down to the center of the earth. This is why you should... Everybody keeps joking about this. There's no way I'm ever doing a Dark Souls stream. It would just be this constantly. Just constant fit. Can I... Getting slightly worried here. That's the reason I was a little conservative with that swing before. It's like, can I duck down far enough to the point where I end up in the pit? I cross the death plane just trying to traverse the level? Nah, they probably thought of that. Should have a little more faith in the guys who have made so many quality games up to this point. Yeah, forget YouTube, dude. Mother was a hamster. Your father smelled of elderberries. Yeah, I used the E word. What are you gonna do about it? Finally, the end. Thank you for all those hearts. Now, who am I gonna take into this final battle? Bolo's only level 3 right now, unfortunately. Sky, however, is at level 4. And a big part of this fight is being able to hit things from a distance, so... probably gonna go with her. I love that expression of the platform bird. He just doesn't care. He's just like, well, I'm gonna get my back stepped on, but at least I'll be freed from my service right after this. Oh, there you are.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I was waiting for you. How do you guys like living inside a memory? It's dumb. I do it all the time. My unforgettable good looks and impressive history of volunteer work, unpaid mind you, keeps me forever alive in the minds of my adoring populace. And now, thanks to the nasty genie, I'll be remembered out there and in here. Isn't it nice? A redundant backup. A 2-for-1 deal. I can't do a fangirl squee. At least, as long as I make good on my end of the bargain. So Shantae is trying to stop us. Why don't you take on Wilbur and find out? There she goes. And of course, she leaves immediately. Glorious one-up loop. I wonder. Aw, nobody else can crawl. Why can't Sky crawl? Why can't Metroid crawl for that matter? Probably because she has a better option. You dumb? You big dumb? I didn't mean it. Right, so here's why it's important to be able to hit things from a distance in this battle. Because this guy... That's kind of cool, that effect of the seagulls getting bigger and smaller as they go. And look at that, I'm totally safe as long as I keep throwing seagulls back and forth here. Probably want to actually save her energy. Like, just in case she gets hit, I want to be able to hold on to her abilities. Hold on a second. Don't freak out. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back on Disney Channel. I will say this. If there was one thing... There are many things I'd want to go back in time to try and do. Create a Shantae TV series would be one of them. There's a very glorious picture I have on my desktop, like a proof of concept. It's done in the style of, like, 80s anime. You know the kind, that sort of Slayer and Orphan look. A little bit of Sailor Moon going on, and it's not bad. I would have been totally down for that. I probably would have watched that every single Saturday. Kick his ass, Seabass. I wish I remembered what that was from, or is that just a saying in general? Look at that. The birds don't even have to be thrown out in response. They just linger long enough. Sky's kind of awesome at this. Like, some speedrunning opportunities have been lost here, but man, if you had to play this game quickly, this would probably be the one. You don't even have to worry about there being separate categories for 100% and whatnot. Well, I guess you do because of the squids. But then again, what would they add? We haven't even gotten a hint to that yet. They don't increase your health or anything like they do in Pirate's Curse. We haven't seen a single hint of what's going on. Maybe this is a special ending or whatnot. There's only one way we'll find out.
All right.
That was a piece of cake. Oh no! Our bar again. Please let me try again. I can beat them if you give me another chance. No! There she goes. At least she's gone. Yes, but now we know for certain that Shantae sent Holly to stop us.
Oh no!
What about the good Shantae? Who knows if she even exists anymore? Don't even say things like that.
Come on.
Come on, let's keep searching. That pose, though. Bolo, at least he knows how to celebrate. Oh my god. Hey, look over there. Looks like we've stumbled into another memory.
Aha!
Cape Crustacean. I flew Shantae here to stop an act of sabotage. Doy, it was my race tickets that got us in here. Abner and Poe still haven't forgiven me for giving their tickets to you two instead. See? I was sacrificing for the team before any of this. We wouldn't even be here if you'd been helpful from the beginning.
Huh?
Hold up. This was us before, right? So why does Roddy look so strange? Whoa, yeah, look at that. You look kind of alive.
What?
It's like I'm not a zombie. What does this mean? This is way cooler if you played Pirate's Curse. That's all I'm gonna say. Evidently, Shantae knew you in the past and never mentioned it. I suppose this is how she remembers you. What? Not possible! Although, that does kind of explain why she's so nice to me. Especially when other people run away. Right. It means she sees you for you. Gosh, it's all so honest. Like how she sees you as the weak little crybaby.
Come on.
Come on, we're wasting time. To conquer this memory, we're gonna have to win this race. I mean, one of us has a distinct advantage. Like, we can just fly. We don't even need the carpet. Pff, you and your artificial wings. Let me teach you a thing about real aviation. I wonder if there's an achievement still for this, if you get through the whole race while defeating all of the other applicants. Hey, they drop gems. That tears it. This is how we're doing things from this point forward. It's just a memory. She did it for the achievement too. Don't you look at me like that. Yeah, at least magic fills up in between levels.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no way they could have... That's the reason I fell for that one. There's no way they could have done this whole stage and made you have to redo the whole thing over again if you fell once. Like, this many pitfalls that quickly, reacting to everything that's going on, no. They had to have something special in there. So there is a safeguard I can take advantage of if I'm looking for a particular... Okay. Well, so far so good.
Nice.
Oh! Oh, you tricky! It's free to rock around. It's right on time. Halt! Who goes there? No one is allowed past this point. Ammo Baron's orders. Let's blast this clown! Who you call... Who you call it, Pinhead? I wonder. Yeah, these birds just linger. So I can just, as they keep spinning around there, I can just let the birds sit there and keep doing damage as they go in and out. There's gotta be a slightly better way, though, I feel. Oh, right, bombs. Oh, come on, I'm not the only one that gets voice clips here. Come on, that's a hero thing. I don't see a PC marking on your character. What's your control scheme, huh? Mind sharing with the class? Where's the DLC where I get to play as you? Help the Ammo Baron win for once. That's the only possible direction they could take that at this point. You know, aside from the costume DLC we've yet to get. Down goes one. Does anybody understand what she said just there? I've played through this game I don't even know how many times now, and I still don't understand it. Shouldn't you be weighing them down? Why do some of the balloons fly up when you grab them? Well, you got your wish there right at the end. I would pay for a DLC with the Ammonians. Going down? Going down. Tally ho. Going down. Okay. Going down. I just never made it out before. No. You'll also notice you can't swap out characters for a brief moment when you activate Roddy's ability. Like, you're stuck as her for a couple seconds there, like until the heart completely goes away. What you hiding down here? Ah, I understand. Yep, it's not just nightmare energy. Although, I have a feeling this stuff isn't going to be so nice to me if I happen to spawn inside of it. Right? That's the rub here. Oh, this music sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Was this the... What was that cloud island on Pirate's Curse? Maybe? Maybe that was it? Now, here's the real question. How do I get out of here? Yep. Just gonna eat that hit. I keep forgetting to give Roddy Tops a little more baritone in her voice. I keep trying to give her like a bratty teenager tone. And that's not quite it. Hey, who invited you to this party? Other than the guy who owns the ship. He doesn't count. No. Why do I keep making that mistake with our birds? there you are. These things are coming, man. Took you long enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it now. That's a less subtle tutorial there on how that one's supposed to work. Leveled up just long enough to appreciate it, and immediately get hit. Yup. I was waiting for the point in the game where this would start happening to us. Although, yeah, I was about to say, it's gonna make this segment way easier. Like Roddy's limited invincibility to this stuff. We got to account for the extra bounce here. Maybe right there. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very distinct voice. It is feminine and yet monstrous, which I guess fits the character. Talking about the floating palace fortress thing above the ice area. See, the footage I caught for that game only captured up until I got up to, I believe, what is it, the Village of Lost Souls? I think that's the name of that place. I never actually got to it, I just know it's in that game. Like this sort of mechanical city. You can talk to Bolo again up there, he's got a part-time job. Trying to make a better name for himself, and yet he accidentally screws it up anyway. But it ends up helping Shantae in the end, so all's well that ends well, I guess? He's ruined his reputation, but the world's fine? Bolo. I just feel for that guy so much. I want him to succeed in everything he does. And he never does, really. One techno Baron made / was using? Search me, man. I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head. It's been way too long since I've seen that part of the game. I just know it's there. Ooh, that was nice and cool, that double hit right there. Now, how did I trigger that, I wonder? And the real question is, how can I make it happen consistently?
Nice.
How can I rack up a huge amount of damage on enemies that even the developer isn't expecting to die so quickly? This is the question of the hour. I will have my answers. I must beat up more goons for science. Well, incompetence nothing at this point. Bolo's one of the 3 reasons we're able to get through these stages. Nobody can hold it against the guy that he's not. That's the weird thing. In my hands, he's actually really good at being able to take care of his problems. Perfectly competent, as a matter of fact. Go. You know, that whole seeing people for what you... seeing yourself through other people's eyes, that reminds me a lot of Psychonauts. You know the ability I'm talking about, right? Clairvoyance? And how every single NPC in the game has a unique depiction for Raz. Some of the coolest ones you can get in that entire game are actually way close to the end. Seriously, play that game again if you haven't and check that detail. It's fascinating. really reveals some more details about the characters. Let me actually double check my progress on these stages, because I've only been paying half attention. Yeah, okay. 1 squid so far. We're good. There's a whole lot more to this area, including the... normally what's supposed to be the mermaid/crab area. I prefer crab myself just because, you know, faster horizontal movement speed through the waterfalls. Oh, right. You can't actually scroll the screen with Roddy's head. There was probably a technical reason for that, too, that I'm not aware of. How about we just ignore... You're not the only one who can throw projectiles in other places, buddy. Uh-oh. Hey, Sonicu. What about chat? How are you doing tonight, man? Yeah, okay. You always give it a second. It's like, maybe I don't have to use my ability here. But then again, maybe I should, more often than not. Just that should be my first response whenever I see a laser, is just use the ability dedicated to getting me past them. These guys are surprisingly agile in the water. Like, their base swim speed is downright supersonic compared to Shantae's normal one. At least it feels like it anyway. Where's the way up? I mean, it gave me the sound effect that said I had found something important. I better look at this place. No? Perhaps? This is normally where I'm supposed to go up. Ah, yes. We're on to something here. That's a little shitty how they expect you to take leaps in logic like that. Just sort of guesstimate where the secrets are based on where they are in the normal campaign, but I guess it could be worse. Could be secrets you have absolutely no clues to work off with. And here's the way you can look at it. You really should have played the base game before you played this version. Maybe that's how they're looking at it. Like, yeah, we flat out expect you to go through the story mode of normal Shantae before you play through all of this. And if you don't, you're doing something wrong here. No magic. No magic. Nothing?
Nice.
I would have expected at least one so we can recharge our healing abilities. Wait, why is the water yellow? Don't think about it. No, I said don't think about... You're thinking about it. I know you are. Erase that thought from your brain. The more you consider it, the more it'll hurt. Maybe that's why I go through the trouble of seeing if the lasers will turn off. Because I know it'll be faster if I have to wait for it. Bit faster. Hey, here's a question. We actually haven't heard from Mimic in quite a while. Did anyone else notice that, or just me? Maybe we're just so deep down in Shantae's memory that he can't really reach us anymore, that kind of thing. It's like, you kids are on your own now. Is there a way around this problem like there is in the normal campaign? Doesn't look like it. Only one egg at a time. Contagious Despair. Hey, dude. What's going on? What brings you to the chat tonight? That would have been bad. Timing's just a little off on these lasers. Oh, for crying out loud, I was clear of that one.
Hero time.
Lie to me and say it wasn't. I was on my way already. You can tell everybody I was on my way. Why do I keep thinking about that? You know, as much as everybody shits on Phil Collins, the guy makes some genuinely catchy music. That time we were fine. I just had to jump way ahead of the point where any sane person would have gone for it. Now what? I gotta think about this now. What's this best ability to fight Ammo Baron with? Are we going with Sky again? Just because of her ability to hit multiple targets? Do we go with Bolo? Roddy's not going to be a good option. Roddy's not the best combat character, even though she does the most damage. Just because her attack range is kind of meh. Can't fall asleep tonight, so just decided to watch some streams. Either way, I'm happy you're here, man. The more the merrier. I like having more people to add to the conversation. And hey, even if you want to lurk, that's fine too. Thought you were so clever. Trying to knock me right out of the air with one of those grenades while I was hovering precariously over spikes. Oh, guess what? There we go. There's an achievement in this game for beating somebody with just the eggs, isn't there? It seems like something they do after the Queen of the Seven Cheese achievement. That went about as poorly as it possibly could have. I'm getting a little iffy right now. Worst part is this is the last room before we get to the end. So I gotta play it really tight right now. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this whole thing over again, and considering how much effort it took to get here to begin with, that's not a preferable outcome to say. Wait a minute. Can I aim this just right? I was trying to aim it down the... Not even going to take a chance with this. When in doubt, use the easier movement option. Besides, the eggs would have just broken on the ceiling anyway. Speaking of just breaking. I feel like I waste every time that happens. Again, it's one of those, like, this is just who I am as a person. I like to consider what's going on in characters' heads. Try and figure them out as people. Because that's what I get the most invested in, I find. Like, especially doing these videos over the past 14 days has reminded me of that. It's really put into perspective what I value. That's a really tough angle we're working with right now. Yeah, okay, that should be a safe spot to stand. And I did all that to get one hit on the guy. I'm gonna have to man up and stand on that platform. Face him. No, timing's off. Like I said, playing it safe over here. Yeah, he can't do anything to me. They only trained him in one art of fighting. Hitting people cowardly from a distance. Barely get to see you online due to the time zone difference. Well, that's the thing. I was actually considering starting streams a little earlier in the day. Like when everybody's awake, so do you need me to be earlier or later is the question. From where you are. Trying to figure out like what the optimal time is for everybody.
Blast it all! That ship cost billions of crowdfunded dollars. Whoa. Hello, ladies.
Huh?
Hey, how about me?
Whoa, sorry, fella. Didn't hardly see you there. Look, we're a max capacity, kid. So how about you step aside and make room for a real man? Eyes on the prize, ladies. No one can resist a man in a uniform. Boom! So, who's gonna be the lucky lass? I got a flying carpet uniform, about a dozen animated movie soundtracks to choose from. Ammo Baron's gonna show you the world.
Yep, that's the thing that just happened.
We're gonna soar over and under clouds, fly low and drag our fingers in a lake. All that garbage. Step right on up. Plenty of ammo Baron to go around. No takers? Anyone?
Pass.
I'm in.
Oh, seriously?
Psych!
What?
What? Becky, let me smash. No, your stick is small. What?
You skip out on a heartfelt musical number with yours truly? Fine. In that case, witness the fury of an ammo Baron scorned.
Oh, never change, guys. Well done, way forward. Yep. This is why I chose her for this particular battle here. Just that ability of hers. Hitting multiple targets at the same time, even if it's smaller damage, it ends up, I think. I don't even have to be near the guy. I just have to keep track of when that crosshair changes. I'm hurting his troops and him at the same time. So long as I attack at the apex of my jump anyway. Look at all those gems too. Nice job. Keep at it, pay attention. Oh, come on. At least come down to a level where I can hit you. There you go, like you do every phase. It's not that hard, man. Or is this my opportunity to swap to Risky and do some real damage on him? Yeah, look at that, I'm just knocking him out of the sky. And there we go. Here's where it gets serious. Oh, what? I didn't even see all the damage I took. Also, I feel like Bolo deserves to get some hits in. Yeah, I agree with that one. This is just kick his ass. I'm planning on it. Working on it. Shining, shimmering soldier. I didn't even catch that the first time. Have I ever mentioned before that is my favorite Cards Against Humanity card? Prince Ali, mighty is he, Ali Abafwa. Alright, now, just because you're the one who can heal yourself, try not to take too much advantage of it here. I can't even, because now I have no magic. I didn't have any going into this fight. Oh, there we go. Answer to that prayer. Now, hang on a second. For any aspiring video game theorists out there, I have something you should probably pay attention to. Remember, all of this is being seen through Shantae's head. Meaning, she sees this ammo baron probably the same way a lot of you guys do right now, which is just he's the lamest pickup artist on the planet. He cares about exactly one thing. But that might also frame a lot of different things, now that they've drawn attention to it. Again, that idea... Even his pants with patches refer to Aladdin. Well, to be fair, that was in the first run through of this too. And it's not exactly the same thing. Like, Aladdin's patches were like a little tan in color. His actually have like red and blue to them. Aesthetically pleasing, at the very least. Two of the primaries to work with. Oh, right. I said I was going to have Bolo get in on some of this. Can't touch this. Just you'll love strategies like this. I wonder. Nope, it's just not enough damage. I'm losing health even faster than I did last time. Good lord, man. Hello. Somebody hit the guy. Somebody kiss the girl. Right, I'm just gonna play it safe during this last bit here. By that I mean I'm gonna stand directly below him and hit him right in the part. By the way, speaking of hitting people in the dick, you guys ever seen the deleted scene from, Nope, there was no getting through that one. Or maybe there was if I had hit in the corner there. I thought that just covered the whole screen, then they kept going. I learned something new about how this fight works. Your characters share HP? Yeah, they share. Man, now that I don't have any of my stupid, like, pirate or genie tricks, this is actually a legitimately difficult battle. I'm trying to hold on to that heart. Hopefully it doesn't fade away. No, it does. So much for that strategy. How do you like it? See, at 6 damage, I can knock them clean out of the air. So as long as I don't get damaged at all, I should be somewhat safe doing this. Then again, they can come at you from a really wide angle. That's my main problem in this fight, is I get way too greedy. I try to do more damage on the guy than I really should be at the time. Ah, and there it goes again. That poof noise is the worst. Doesn't it sort of sound like Mega Man, though? Am I mistaken? No, what is that? That What is that? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Here we go, final phase. Down here a couple times. See if we can't make it count. Okay. Yeah. There goes half his battalion because of the penetrating power of the birds. Bolo, if you'd be so kind. Come on. Screen shaking. He's exploding. And I think that means we've won. What about the bird shield in the last phase? That would have been a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Again, too bad that I forgot that I actually had it.
What happened?
What? No words about who put you up to this? I think even Ammo Baron is just an anomaly in these memories.
Bad rubbish.
Alright, so where to now? When Roddy left to watch the End of the World show, I stayed behind. You're lucky. I was left behind because of her. You should have told us what Hypno Baron was planning from the beginning. I had to walk all the way to his castle on foot. I was promised new legs, and now I'm gonna take them. Try it. Come on, you two, hands to yourselves. Hypno Baron's castle should be the final memory. Can we do this one more time? Fine. I suppose. That's a spirit. Certain mental facilities may be damaged. Maybe. Here it is. Hypno Baron's castle. Now before we dive in, let's go over what we know. Each of these memories is an attempt by Shantae to stop us. But surviving each one brings us closer to a single pivotal moment in time. And what moment would that be? The very instant before she was ambushed by Risky Boots and turned to evil. We have to warn her and stop the change before it happens. Then what? I'm not sure. Hopefully that will snap her out of it and we can all go home.
And what if we mess up?
And she just turns evil all over again. Can we just end up jumping into her brain like we did before?
No!
We could be trapped in the nightmare realm forever. Maybe it's best not to think about it. Let's just make sure we don't fail, okay? Zombie girl looks like a waifu material. Originally, when I thought you had to choose your character at the start of the
Hero time!
at the start of the journey, and wait. Yes! Zombie Island! One of the best songs in that game. Oh, hi! I know you. Speaking of Zombie Island and Pirate Skurs. You were in the Risky Boots DLC too. You're an old school villain. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, fine. Break my heart, why don't you? You're not the only one who gets use of a chain and whip around here. That's not what I think it is it? Nope, it moves, so it's definitely not what I think it is. I was like, hang on, well that doesn't even work now, because these characters don't get treasure chests. You fail. Your disguise is flawed. I would never attack those anyway, just on principle. Hang on a minute, I'm curious about something. Call it a morbid curiosity, if you will, considering the character we're playing as right now. Wait a second. Now, whoa. See you. And I see you up there. Oh, right, there is a point to me just wandering around here. Aw, just give her a big hug. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I should not have done that, even just for the entertainment factor. The concept art of the slime girl is incredible. Can you believe that was a fan design monster? Like, people who donate at a certain level got to design a creature that you'd encounter in the game. In the original version, that was the slime girl and it was the mimic. And in Shantae's campaign, at least, the first place you encounter either of those monsters is here in the Hypno Baron's manor. Just thought that was kind of cool. This felt like a very special area because of that. Like, knowing what I knew about those characters. This woman is way too dangerous to leave. No, I'm not doing that for the obvious reasons. Why would you even insinuate such a thing about my character? Nope, that's the way forward. That's definitely not where we want to go. We want to head up and away to greater things. And squids, because I'm pretty sure those are important to getting the good ending here. Well, we can technically take one more hit before we're in serious trouble. Sure, right there. Come on. Chase me. What was that? I've never heard that sound effect before. Yeah. You come over here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oh, for crap. There we go. Man, that bat was really good at being annoying. I must have gotten a few promotions. That's why he's this far in the game. Yeah, it's those girls. I didn't know they actually had a sound effect other than that scream there.
Nice.
That's one down. Either way. Somebody drop a heart, please. I don't want to have to waste magic already if I don't have to. They're up there just guarding that perch. Chase me down, why don't you? That's... Who does the most damage to her? Yeah, definitely Roddy. Got her! Mid-air, too, which I guess is kind of appropriate considering, you know, bats. But you... Left only had gems. Perhaps right will be more promising. I do remember one other secret hiding from us in this direction. Could it be as important to these characters as it was for Shantae? Only one way to find out. Who knew? Exploration is the only way to discover something new. Test your limits. Push the boundaries of your knowledge. Always be experimenting. ABE. Oh, it's only half a heart, but it means so much to me right now. Maybe Ice Cold Koopa was right. Maybe I do my best work when I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Nice.
Because I notice this all the time when I'm playing video games. It's all just fun and games up until I'm down to like 1 heart or so, and then I start immediately playing seriously. Now, if only I could do that all the time, maybe I wouldn't look as stupid as often. Get trapped in a slime, is that considered vor or something different? I feel like this is one of those uncommon stimulation pictures. You ever seen these? Like, we're discussing that kind of thing. Ah! Nope, I don't want any more hugs. We've got the exact amount of health she'd take for doing that, so... I wonder... Oh, Miss Treasure Chest. She'll happen to... You know what? Held myself to a brain and then affect the tenants. And knew it. I had a feeling you bust open a mimic, you'd find something resembling treasure. Speaking of... Yeah. Almost back to full. Like, maybe somebody considers that? Like a weird variation that not a lot of people do? There's a million possible combinations when it comes to that. Somebody out there might consider it, but conventionally, maybe not. If that answers your question at all. Bingo. What, nothing? What a terrible mimic. Didn't even have a reward for me intentionally going out of my way. Nope. Please. Please. They're right there. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Fine. I guess Sky can just go along needing 19 gems for a little longer. Let's see, 2 out of 3. It ain't bad, but it ain't perfect either. Which is what we've got to shoot for. That is the goal, isn't it? Not only beat it fast, but also beat it well. That's how you get your best endings here. Which, what would fast be considered for this crew? They're usually kind of generous with those things, but you never know with Whatthefnu. We've already been up. We've already been in the secret little alcove there. Only one door left. Nope, there it is. This is the secret little alcove. I guess I was thinking of a different area. What's up, Starliquin? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight? Lovely how you tried to hit the gems with your attack to collect them. Hey, can you blame me? I don't know, maybe... I was playing a lot of, Link's Awakening for a while. Maybe I've just got Zelda on the brain. Now, where was this proper exit again? I cannot rightly recall. Gotta go up, around, and then left? I think. Up here? Yeah, I think this is right. This is how this level always goes for me. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Wait, where's the way forward? I've completely forgotten. I can only find the actual exit when I'm not looking for it. Ahem. No bats allowed. Had enough. I'm what goes bump in the night for you, friend. Ah! My angles I keep thinking I'm safe with those things. They plonk themselves down in the most inopportune spots. Doesn't help that they also wait until you're within range before their bat form triggers. I see you looking at me. You're asking me to come hither, not for a good reason. Wait, why did it give me a full heal there? You're not gonna send me to the boss already, are you? Still good. 5-1, yeah. Why even the discrepancy if it's just gonna be one in the boss? Can somebody briefly explain this game to me? Yes, basically what Hidden in the Truth said. It's also a perfect excuse to play as these characters that you've spent the rest of the series getting attached to, but never got a chance to really explore. Almost said something that I wanted to say for later again. I gotta stop doing that. Just makes people curious unfairly. Or am I intentionally doing it to build up hype for the 18th when those videos start going, when the more produced type of content starts going live again? I foresee this being a problem. Actually swinging myself into the spikes. That might be an issue here. Again, I'm trying to be really careful, and this time, like, I know he can't swing himself into a pit, but I'm not sure if they're as generous with actual stage hazards I can see. Oh, this stinks. That sucks a lot. Oh, please don't do your melee attack. Take that, thanks. Take that too, even though the dedicated healer is completely maxed out at this point. It's very rare you get to pull that off. Whoa! I almost saw that was a crumbling platform a little too late. One down. Did anybody see another one somewhere in the stage? That giggle. Hey, walk forward. Come straight into the fire, I dare you. Come and chase me. God, these hazards we're having to deal with, and we're not even in the final stage right now. Hey, that actually counts as an attack. That's kind of cool. Oh my god, I guarantee you, we haven't heard it yet, but there might be a random voice clip she says whenever you hit somebody with the head. She just yells, "Heads up!" You know it's in there somewhere. You can feel it in your bones. Oh, I get it. Now what though? It's like, aha, I figured out a way around your problem. Half of it, anyway. Platformers rarely require you to do that kind of thinking, though. Don't they? Like, to plan out things multiple moves in advance. It's always typically sort of a one solution to every problem kind of thing. Polo did pretty well against her last time. Seemed a little taken down by his big whacking stick. I'm committed to this idea, guys. I told you this is what the stream was gonna be. Okay. Wait, no, that doesn't work. How am I gonna do this? Wait a minute. Yes, exactly, Arbok. Wasn't there a way to throw her egg a little differently? Wait. It's not quite a way to get ahead in life. She'll never be the head of a major corporation. Yeah, because here's my main problem. I can't activate the egg and then jump off of that quickly enough for that to be a reliable platform, so... And it doesn't respawn quickly enough either. Nope. That didn't work. I tried to delay the jump a little bit. I just got the wrong timing. Nope. Activated a little too late there. Nope, the bird disappears too quickly. I need to be standing there and then throw it. Wait. That was my only possibility. My only plan, and it doesn't work. Maybe I need a more stable platform to work with. Get a little more height on this problem. Wait. Yes, this might be what we're looking for. Could very well possibly be, maybe. Sort of, kinda. It's a work in progress. It's not a...
Let's go.
I didn't see that there was no ground there because of all of this junk in the foreground. That was fun. Oh, I like the fact that that just happened. Yeah, delicious. Okay. There we go. Once more. Do you... Ow. Well, shoot. If her head hits a hazard, that does cause damage. Or if it falls down a pit. I did it again! Okay. Did I lose anything? Does anybody have less levels because of that? Are we in a worse place than we were before? Doesn't look like it, no. Okay. No, her head falling down the pit does indeed hurt, which is weird because it never did that before. It is very strange, and I don't understand it. It feels like a fight, I think, is what makes me so angry about that. Like, everything I had to do just to get up to that point, and now I have to go through it. I have to go through this again. Like, not knowing exactly when I need to fire off that cane, just guessing. Kind of getting a feel for it, because you go so fast as Bolo. He descends so quickly, and more often than not, he's going right up above the screen, so you have no visual indicator of when you're going to have to throw it. All of those others are fine, like I've got the feel for it by now, but it's that one right there. You know what? They're giving me a free refill anyway. May as well use it. That's basically just free life. That's what those giant magic pots are. I smacked that bat with a seagull, and then his eyes got really narrow. It's like, what, seriously? Couldn't even take me down in one hit? Bro, I'm a bat. We need to have a talk about your qualifications for being a hero character. For a second. When did they throw it down? Then, apparently. Sometimes they aim a little in front of you, sometimes they aim a little behind. That's another bit of consistency I wish was ironed out a little bit. Get off of my back. You ain't the ones I'm worried about right now. You are the least of my problems at this point in time. Got him. Doesn't the game pause while you aim? Yeah. Let the hate consume you. No, I like being happy. That's why it's my default state. Alright, let's see if we can't do this again. Not that one. That was the practice toss. At that time, we didn't even need Roddy Tops. He's learning. And you thought it wasn't possible. But no, you will be amazed. What if I told you? What the? Did I spawn a bird on the bat? And he couldn't get past me because it counted as a solid platform? That's kind of awesome. For a second. That's the thing with those spiders. There's a very distinct rhythm to their movements, and if you get it down, you'll be fine. This was such an obtuse solution to this problem. Like, I'm sure it is even the right one. I just kind of found a weird way to put their abilities together. That's the weird thing. It feels so strange. It's almost like I'm not even doing it right, even though I'm winning. It's a very odd feeling. Okay, let's not forget the pit is there this time. I'm just going to not even trust myself and just throw my way across that problem. Okay. Get a nice rhythm for this. Take each one at its own pace. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. Whatever the hell you do, don't sweat on Tom Petty. Nope. Try that again.
Nice!
Alright. I just want to confirm with myself before we go to the final whatever this is down here. Hey, wait a second. There's only 9 squids left. So there's one more world, and world whatever that is at the bottom is probably one big boss fight. Something that's probably only unlocked for finding all of the dream squids before then. Interesting. Not only a better ending, but an entire other level too. You spoil me, game. What did I do to deserve such good treatment? Ah, it's you! Wait, who are you? No matter. My incantation is nearly complete. Tremble in fear as you witness the end of your world. Behold! The creature of unspeakable horror! It is fun. It's very lighthearted and awesome. But then again, all Shantae games are like that. Speaking of which, guess who? Quiver in the shadow of pure evil! What? Who are these folks? Stand-ins? I thought this was live. Fool! Stick to the script! Nah, we'll fix it in post. Let me see here. Crackling energy, shadow rises menacingly, leaps off screen, swap out the stunt double, etc., etc. Here it is. Cue the on-screen boss name text and the false start and the ain't with recycled classic moves. Got it. Ahem. Come at thine, brother! Squid Baron, ladies and gentlemen. Title card. Fixed it in the post. The most meta boss in the entire series. Remember that line about filler boss that I gave earlier? That was him in Pirate's Curse. Wait a second. Bolo's got bouncing balls. He can solve this problem of an aerial foe quite easily. He's also got range for days. Range for days? Range for days. See, this is what's really hard about this fight. I used to just tank this damage. Because I could get away with it. Not so much anymore. I actually have to learn the dude's pattern. This might be awful. I used to have so much health where taking a few hits didn't matter. The who's who of deja vu. Not just one bosses, but 2. This is actually one of my favorite things you can do in a game. I love it when bosses team up with one another. Like, combine their powers together. And create something wholly different that you wouldn't get by yourself. I really shouldn't be focusing on Dark Baron. I should be taking down Squid Baron first, because as we established during the Risky Boots stream, Squid Baron gets really agitating if he's left alone in that fight at the end. Okay. Bingo. That's how we do that. That's how you send a Baron packing. Whoop. Oh, no, you don't. Just keep your distance. Don't let him hit you to begin with. Come on, hop up. Let me sneak underneath you. Right. It would make even more sense to fight him as her, because she has the ability to stay in the air long enough to avoid those attacks. She can just jump over him at the junction. Because if you stay in the middle, you have to dodge him twice as much. But on one of the edges, he just comes by periodically. You see, you gotta think. Okay. This guy's a very interesting one. Like, she has the close range defensive power. And yet, her game is mostly based around keeping enemies at a distance. Like, that's what she's really good at. Is just wrecking eating through life bars from farther away. Like, she does that even better than Bolo. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like I want to completely ignore Hypno Baron. I don't want to have to deal with his entire life bar once he gets enraged. Oh. Ronnie! Help yourself, lunchtime. I don't even care how gross it is. I don't feel like losing this fight again. Ow. Shark. Cross down the middle. I'm into a safe distance. I can hit you with impunity. Oh, that was so close. Oh, come on. Come on! Still in that direction. Shark, he stays. Pattern sucks! It's especially hard because if I try to go to one side, he like locks me down and I can't chase him back over while he's just kind of spinning in space there. It's like a delayed kind of figure eight. You see what I'm saying? Like, he adds an extra loop in every single side of the screen. But he throws down a fireball at just the opportune time to where I can't cross over and fight him. I can't cross over and, like, throw more birds at him. I just have to sit there waiting for it to go away. What's up, Mongolian Shop? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight? I love Shantae, too. I think I've streamed just about every version of Half Genie Hero. I'll probably stream it again once the costume DLC comes out. God, will they give you all 3 costumes, or will you just have to choose one at the beginning of the playthrough, like the magic uniform in Risky's Revenge? Or magic armor, I think they called it. One of the two. It's been a few years, forgive me. Memory's not the best in the world. Yeah, look at that. Look how nice and slow Hypno Baron is over there. You think he's not going to be that bad. For all intents and purposes, he isn't, so long as you're paying attention. Yeah, look at this. I can't chase him now. Or maybe I just need the right timing. I actually have to watch where he's throwing that fireball, because he's got some surprising range on that sometimes. I feel like I'm playing a zoning character in a fighting game right now. Like, this is my zone, and you are not welcome in my zone. I don't care if you have the legal deed to the castle. My zone. Now, how about that? I didn't even take a single hit that time. What was my problem the first run through? Yeah, Squid Baron's great. Filler boss.
All right.
We did it! We kicked that squid to the curb. We beat the final memory. That means we'll be seeing Shantae at her uncle's workshop next. We've got to prevent her transformation and bring her back. Got it?
Let's do it. Hey, I guess Bola was right.
It's not exactly time travel, but we are trying to change the future. I might have judged you too quickly, Bolo. That's okay. No hard feelings. And, Roddy Tops, sorry about, questioning your loyalty and all that. I always know you'd do anything to save Shantae, same as us. Don't let it happen again, Food. And, well, as long as we're all saying stuff. Sky, you're sort of okay at bossing folks around and telling them what to do.
Thanks.
No, we make a pretty good team. We're no half Sheeny, but we didn't do half bad. Sounds like we're all ready to go. Remember, do whatever it takes to keep Uncle Mimic from throwing that switch. Next stop, Uncle Mimic's workshop.
We did it!
Nothing to it.
Here we go. Last one, guys.
What is this place?
Huh?
Another one of Shantae's memories?
Huh?
Now, this lighting thing that they've got going on here, I noticed this when I was testing out the game to see if it was good to stream tonight. You see how it goes dark there for a second? Whenever there's no dialogue box up, and then it gets bright again?
How pathetic.
A little weird there. This world is my domain. All of it!
Disgust me.
I'm annoyed that you made it this far, so I've decided to disband the troublesome trio. I've prepared a special place for each of you. A private nightmare where your mind can suffer slowly while your body wastes away. Together you might have stood a chance,
You're much too weak.
but apart, you are nothing.
Oh no.
Shantae. She isn't here. She never was. You have no hope, nothing to believe in. So, we really did fail her? Our friend, she really is gone? I can't believe it's true. Now go! Wander forever! I can't yell, I'm sorry guys. It's past 9 o'clock where I'm at. Oh, for crying out loud. Dancing magic, you serious? That shield isn't yours. You don't deserve it. It's like the tutorial, just harder. Oh, here we go, guys. That's exactly what's happening right now. I'm playing the tutorial all over again, except just a much more difficult version. Oh, they expect me to do the high jumps too. All right. I'm ready. Wait a second. This music. That's a throwback too. I'd recognize that anywhere. The question is, Oh, that took me a second there. It's like, I don't have Sky with me. How am I supposed to get high? As it turns out, it's a little thing called preservation of momentum. Who says white guys can't jump? Ah, ooh, you haven't done this yet. That's a new mechanic. I actually have to retract the chain. Ah, okay. Ooh, you taught me about this in the second world. When the targets shift around a little bit.
Nice.
Well, at least I got the squid.
Let's go.
Dang, this is gonna be hard. I can't even heal myself because Roddy's not here. She's gonna have her own problems to worry about here momentarily. I thought I didn't let go the first time. I was anticipating catching it again, forgetting that it's not a ring. Oh, uh-oh. Please give me somewhere to hang on to. Oh, I thought I jumped into the spike ceiling. I freaked out for a moment. Give me a second for my heart to recover from that, and so I can read the chat. No, that will never be heard out of context, Quez. It's not like anybody's here is gonna clip it or anything. Spread it around the internet and make me look bad. No, that would never happen. Up! Oh. There's such a rhythm to that, to be able to fire that off right next to each other. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes you expect it to go a certain way and you just don't get the extra grapple you were planning on having there. Oh well, there's always another try unless you're out of life. At which point, well, I hope you don't mind too much the stage you already went through. Which I will. I will greatly, so let's not let that happen. Easy now, Bolo. I wonder if Shantae actually remembers any of this happening. Like later on. She never makes mention of it in her campaign, but...
Hero time.
At least they've been nice and generous so far and given me extra hearts to work with. Oh, thank you for catching on there. Every jump feels like a victory at this point. Of course they test his grappling right at the end. I mean, it makes sense, don't get me wrong. One down, 2 to go. Yeah, I was right. These are the final areas we have to work with. Just in case you had any damage left over from Bolo. And that's why they didn't give him a heart. Please don't fall. Thank you. All the different movement skills. Which means... our good friend Sky, her entire stage is going to be about her birds, isn't it? Creating platforms here and there, but how much mileage can you get out of that, I wonder? Ooh, threading the needle on that one. What the? Okay, that's throwing me for a loop right there. No pun intended. Ooh. That's gross. Oh, why would you do that? I need, like, just the right angle.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't even jump right into the spikes like I expected to. I didn't even need that heart. You could, in fact, say I'm wrapping my head around this difficulty. Haha! Oh. And that, children, is what you call hubris. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Well, I was trying to aim ahead of where it stopped. You know, so that if it bounced forward like that, it would be caught by the... Oh. Alright. Patience is what defines this section of the game, I guess. Are you freaking kidding me? What? Ah! Alright, alright. Nope. Dang, down to level 2 now. Easy one. Waiting for our angle. It's too sharp. She bounces too far. Or maybe that's part of the point. I just didn't commit enough to how sharp that needs to be. Wow, okay. This might actually be a problem. So sharp that it bounces off and lands on the platform. But not so far that it... Yep. Am I doing it wrong? Like, this is really... This is almost unfairly precise right there. Like, everything else leading up to that was fine. And watch, because I'm rushing to get back there now I'm just gonna be careless. You gotta pay attention, it's really easy to death cycle. We've been at this for what, like 3.5 hours already? I wonder if it counts the deaths in my time at the end. Because again, you get something if you complete this game quickly. Usually it's like little pictures, things you can look at. If you do well enough, it's usually one of the girls on a beach. But we've got a guy this time around. On top of that, based on our interactions with her in Pirate's Curse, I don't think Sky would be much for bikinis. I'm just throwing that out there. She remembers the last one she was stuffed into, and don't think she wants to repeat the experience anytime soon. Yeah, this is kind of a pain right now. You have to have absolute mastery over the mechanics. You have to know exactly what you're doing. And that's just it with this. Like, if I miss this throw, I'm taking half a heart of damage. Like, not even a question there. Nope. There's a little bit of a delay with the throw, too, on the moving platform. So you actually have to let loose the throw before, not at the point you're aiming at, slightly before it, because the momentum will keep carrying you while she goes through the chucking animation. That's no bueno. I don't agree with that design decision at all. But we're past it now, so it doesn't matter. We're okay. He can't hurt anyone anymore. Okay. It's not how you do that one. Not at all. I'm trying not to make it too sharp because I don't want to... We're almost dead again. I have healing. No magic. That's the only one I get. Alright, okay. Wait. Oh, I see what I need to do. First, I need to come over here because I start on a higher plane. Am I willing to do one more challenge? For the sake of getting collectibles. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment here. I need to psych myself up to play through this all over again. Okay, let's try that again. For those of you wondering what happened, spikes are considered instant death. So it's like falling in a pit. You go down there, you're respawning at your last checkpoint. If you get hit by any of those, it follows Mega Man rules. So, what happened was, the moving platform moved my head into spikes, which means it counted as me running into spikes. And yes, I feel the exact same way you do about how fair that is. See a tired-looking Fnu? Don't worry about it, Coops. It's just the game is all. I've actually had a pretty okay day so far. Got to eat pizza again. I know we've talked about this before, but ranch pizza's not that bad. I like it every once in a while just for a change of pace. Ranch, bacon, and chicken. Or chicken, bacon, ranch, depending on where you're from. Used to get that at Subway all the time with my buddies, when we'd eat at lunch at undefined school. Right, so let's wait for the platform to come back towards us this time.
Yes.
Should be ashamed way forward. Who left that in there? Put that into the level. Need to have a stern talk with you, friend. Have a nice long discussion about tolerance. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to make that a really shallow throw. But, again, it can be done. And now all we have to do is that. Please tell me the rest of this isn't just a living, breathing death trap. Actually, what am I doing? I can just ride that skinny platform all the rest of the way. Because there's another one right there. I can just take the easy way up and then jump down when I feel like it. Alright. Come on, please, please be smooth sailing from here on out. I'm begging you, friend. Might. Bub, you're a mess. Oh, you jerk. I see what I have to do, but you're a jerk. That's actually kind of clever. I'm playing pool now. And I was never really good at billiards, despite the fact that math was one of my best subjects as a kid. Angles and all that jazz. There's no easy angle for this one, is there? I'm gonna have to stretch myself just a little further. Are we free? We're free! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you do, Quez, and I know that's a pun, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Sky, I have had just about enough tonight. Please, I am begging you for a little mercy here. It's so refreshing to hear the start of that song again. Just like the energy kicks back for a little bit and lets you relax. What are those things doing here? It's just me and Mr. Bitey. Sky's challenges are always, they're leaps of faith. I'm never 100% certain where I'm Don't you do this to me. Don't you do me dirty like that, game. Good. 1/3 of the way down and we haven't even lost any health yet. I mean, I guess Roddy's challenge had to be a little tougher in that sense because she could just heal herself anytime. Maybe the devs felt like, well, I mean, they've got a second health bar to work with there. That's not a jump you can take second thoughts on, is it? Oh, hey, this is actually the advantage to leaving that heart pot there. If I start running out of health, I can just break that anytime I want. Yeah, I see what they want me to do now. Alright. Right, they're specifically offset like that. Now I understand you. Nope, timed it wrong. Guess what we're doing all over again now. Okay. I'm not really a fan of this level design, I gotta say. This whole succeed or you die, you're doing every single part of the challenge all over again. Then again, I've done my time with retro games. Like, I've had quite enough of this mentality of you gotta get good or start the entire thing over again. Like, I grew up with the Super Nintendo. I grew up with... Hell, so even some N64 games were like this way back when. They had that arcade mentality of just... Sometimes we're gonna be unfair just for the sake of it, and somehow that qualifies as good game design. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm not a fan of anything that's happening in that challenge. Okay. Please, yes! Oh. Alright. Okay. We're fine, at least for one more hit here. As long as I don't run my face straight into one of these biters. I've got to do another blind jump. I've got to go off screen and hope I land where I want. Please! Of all the things I could have failed, it's deploying my parachute at the right time. Everything in that sequence that worked the way I wanted it, and that was the one that I failed. Oh, platformers drive me insane sometimes. Only sometimes, though. What happened there? Oh, I pressed the jump button and the down button at the same time. Oh, too high. Is this N+? It might very well be at this point. Super Meat Boy. I mean, we are dealing with a very dark soul here in this segment of the game. We shouldn't really be surprised by this level of difficulty. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you! on top of everything else? Really? I need to do a double jump at the end here. Time an egg throw just right. And then I have to glide back out to that squid and then land on that ring, all in one fluid sequence. Are you kidding me right now?
Got one.
Kid squids, that's the name of the achievement I just got. Let's see if I can't hold on to them long enough for it to matter. I have faith in you, Fnu. No, Shantae doesn't fall into that category for me, dude. I have a little too much respect for her as a character. Well, that's a bad way of putting it. Just hang tight. Watch the rest of the 25 Days of Christmas. I know I keep hyping that up and bringing it up. I don't mean to keep ragging on it. Like, let's be real here. It's gonna be my usual content. I will do my best to make it amazing. But it's the thing that's on my mind right now, I guess. It's what I'm thinking about. That's why it's just on the tip of my tongue. I've only been working on it for the past 2 weeks straight. Can you blame me? That's a really shallow jump you gotta make with that platform. Like, you expect it to go way farther out than it does. That's what keeps tripping me up there. I mean, it's extra height. It's better than what I had. Just jump straight up and drop onto the lower platform. Okay. I'm overthinking it. Is that what's happening here? Breathe now. Stay calm. Oh, my heart. This isn't good for me, man. I've got enough stress with a daily upload schedule. Whew. I'm lucky to still be in one piece. Whew. Speak for yourself. I nearly lost my head.
Huh?
Roddy Tops? Bolo?
Huh?
Sky, is that you? Yes. Roddy, are you there too? Yeah. Oh, is it time? I don't get it. How did we manage to find each other?
You simpering fools!
You mad, bro? That face says you're mad. Here, take a good look! She's still alive! Of course she is. I only told you she was gone to eliminate your hope. You had no hope. Why didn't it work? I can't speak for these two, but deep down I knew that even if I failed, Roddy Tops would find a way to reach you. She's a loyal friend who would never quit. Same. I was pretty sure that Sky would outsmart you even if I couldn't find my way out. And I knew Bolo's determination would see him through any obstacles. So there's your answer. We placed our hope in each other, like any good team would. Now it's time for you to listen to us. We're your friends. It's time to come with us and leave this place behind. Sky. Poor, weak, half-genie runt. She tried. I'll give her that much. But in the end, she was no match for me. That's it? She's gone. I'm all that's left of your friend.
No! It can't be true!
Shantae. Now then, how about I put an end to the three of you once and for all? Friends to the end. If I can't bring you back, I'll save you another way. It's the kindest thing I can do at this point. Try it. I'm done pulling punches. I'm gonna make you pay for what you did!
We're not holding back.
Together.
If Shantae was here, she'd stop you at any cost. And so away! So you're finally ready to fight, are you? Then let's see it! Come on! Give me everything you got! Nega Shantae. Inverted extrovert. Alright, what's the pattern? Let's see if I don't remember this. Watch it. Watch where she's gonna appear. Here we go. Ah, I see. Trying to warp in on me, are you? Oh, the bat. Aha. Thinking I don't have enough control over my character to figure out where I am in space, huh? I've got little guiding birds, if you hadn't noticed. So much for all your transformations. You underestimate me. I've got us all figured out. So go ahead and cry like during me and Ganon's last bout. Shout for your mama, Shadow, fear my light. Shadow of the best there ever was and ever will be. I'll make you look like frickin' Peter Pan. You'll never kill me. That says the person who can't land a single hit on me so far. Dwayne and Brando, if you're wondering who I keep referencing with those songs. Feels like a shame to just use one character here. Ah! Shoot! Eat! Right, I take it back. This is the winning strategy here. 3, 4. Where are you stopping? Come on. Let's go. What you got? Bet you think you're so clever. As if you think I've never seen all of these patterns before. I played some DLC not too long ago that had these exact moves. How about you bring something new to the table? Something I ain't never seen before. Or are you just a palette swap after all? I guess you are. Thought you were referencing the world's greatest rapper, Knuckles the Echidna. You do a game, Fnu. I want to make rap songs for the boss battles. I might take you up on that offer. Those fools. Again, they believed you were destroyed. They fought recklessly with every ounce of strength they had left. And by defeating me, they fell into despair. And now they are lost forever.
No.
Oh yes, I can feel it. The darkness spreading. My strength increasing. And
You're
you.
much too weak.
How does it feel to lose? To have failed your friends and family so miserably? Please, everyone's still counting on you.
This is the end.
Here in darkness, where no one can save you. Goodbye. Stop! Who said that? Blast it! Curse you! I need more time! More time! Sky, you're still alive?
Looks like we're finally starting to wise up to this evil duplicate's tricks.
Fool me once. She's been splitting us apart and showing us
She
lies.
wants us to lose hope and give up on our own.
What?
How pathetic.
Ignore her!
Shantae, listen.
Listen. Oh, you filled it in for me. We've been friends as long as I can remember. I know you're confused right now and that the dark magic has you surrounded, but you've got to fight
Break
it.
free.
Of the darkness and follow your heart. Shantae, I know I can be a rotten friend and that I mess up a lot, but I want you to know that I've always believed in you. You're a friend to everyone, even to someone like me, who everyone else is afraid of. But it's time to remember who you really are. Find your kindness and compassion and break free. What's a hero without allies, right? To bring out the best in them. No, I got a better quote for this, Coops. But I need to wait for the right moment here. Look, I know you're just acting weird because of the dark magic inside you. But your uncle is really worried. We're all worried. I know you'd never give up on us, so we won't give up on you. Find your strength and courage. No! Do not! Don't believe her lies. Wake up! Wake up and fight!
Kingdom Hearts is light. But why?
Bye. The only thing that could have made that more satisfying is a no from Nega Shantae. Still slightly disappointed we don't get to conquer that kind of power and wield it for ourselves. You know, because I'm still in love with that idea. Using the power of darkness for good. Like actually being able to control something like that. Just to stick it in the bad guys' faces, you know? Like you thought you had exclusive rights on this. Tough toenails. I'm beating you at your own game. This isn't quite a spoiler, but Fire Emblem Awakening was really good at that. Especially if you went one route over the other. What happened?
Where am I? Phew.
We were trying to reach you for hours. 4 to be exact. Hey, a little under 4 actually. Whew. I was afraid that you'd...
Shh, give her a moment. How do you feel?
I'm fine, I think.
You were overcome by dark magic. It was my fault, I'm afraid.
No, Uncle. It was mine. I wanted so dearly to be the hero this town expects me to be. Somewhere along the way, I've come to trust only my genie half, and look down on my human half. But today I learned something. Without the help of my human friends, I'd be lost right now. Dark magic fed on my fears and turned them against me. I put you all in so much danger. I'm sorry.
We're just glad you're back. And if I may be so bold, I'm beginning to think your human half is the stronger part of you.
Thanks, Uncle.
It's good to have you back.
Can't agree more, Sky. Now you know.
We'd never give up on you.
Okay. There's no time to waste. We've got a pirate queen to catch. Who's with me?
All right.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
Me too.
Friends to the end.
Title drop. It's time to save the day. And this time, together. That music. Except they don't actually do anything during the final chapter of her campaign, spoiler alert, unless they went back and changed that in some way. Whew. Whatthefnu would too if he would try it. No, I know who Monokuma is. I mean, I get it. I've said it before, I have no interest in that series, like, at all. Just, no. I'm not subjecting myself to that. I have really bad reactions to games like that. Like, I was lingering on Doki Doki Literature Club for days after it was done. Like, it's just bad for my mental health. I can't feel depressed right now, guys. Just trust me on that one. Ugh. I actually liked that DLC. It was your face in-game contributors, your art in-game contributors. Giving special thanks to those people that backed at that kind of level. Kind of like that, actually. Yeah, that was kind of weird that they didn't do that. And here's everybody else. Find my name if you can. We can just skip right past this, should we? Or is there an achievement for watching the entirety of the credits, giving credit where credit is due? Nah. I'll stop around the S's, maybe give you a chance. H-I-J, K, a lot of J's in there. M, N, O, P, Q, R, R, O, R, U. Here you go. Find the Easter egg. So anyway, yeah, right up until that final area, I barely encountered a single problem. Like, this is pretty much what I always wanted from it. That was a good ending. It sort of expanded that scene from the base game. Made it so much more meaningful. Development babies. Special thanks, giant robot. The O's. I kind of just want to put random things in the special thanks of whatever game I make. Just to confuse people. Maybe someday I'll give answers as to what they actually are, or maybe I'll make them code words for certain people, or in-jokes. Playtime, 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 39 seconds, and 100% item collection. What does that get us? Bonus image, 100% Bolo. Come on. So how quickly do I have to beat it then? Oh, bonus image, game clear. I didn't beat it fast enough. How about that? I wonder what the time limit is on that one.
Shantae!
Now that I know the game much better, it might be easier. Unfortunately, that is going to bring us to the end of the stream tonight. There's really nothing else to add. We've played through the rest of these games. I don't have the save files on here, unfortunately. Because this is the PC version, not the PS4 version that we've been playing on till now. Although I wanted to stream it as soon as possible because I love this game, so I just ended up downloading it on PC. I had a copy somehow. They've been giving out Steam copies and for the DLC and the game to everybody on top of whatever console it was on. Or maybe it was just me because I backed at like the $90 level or something. Still waiting on that coin, but they'll get to it eventually. Yeah, gonna pick it up on console, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get all the trophies again. The squids! What was that? They didn't do anything. I wonder. Were those the things that filled our dark heart with light? Maybe. But those are answers for another day. For now, don't go anywhere, even though it's the end of the stream. We have plenty more things to do. For instance, this is a D20. That's a 9. Huh, just before 10. Just below the half point, and unfortunately it doesn't mean anything to us tonight. So let's actually close out the game. Make this nice and easy for everybody. Sorry if you can see my mouse there. And if we have enough people, let's find a raid target tonight. Dashboard. I know I'm gonna pick it up on Switch. I recommend it, man. It is a fantastic game, especially if you can find it for a good price. How much is it? That's actually a really good question. Shantae Half Genie Hero. See if I can find this. Yeah, $20. That's, yeah, I'd say that's more than fair. For some reason, I thought it was like $40, and that would have been bad. 11 viewers, dude. Yeah, that's more than enough for a raid. Let's find somebody. Anyone else streaming this tonight, maybe? Well, who's live right now? Let's check that first. Who do I follow? Who? Hey. We haven't had a chance to pop into this guy's channel for a while. At least not legitimately. Last time we tried, it ended up... Hashtag Negashante. Mermaid balls. Mermaid balls might be a good one. Hashtag what? Well, first off, raid. Yeah, let's go with that. But now I need a good. Now we need a good raid message. Mermaid balls is a little too like people will see the dirty joke more than they'll see the normal one. No shirt Thursday. What's a funny thing that happened? I've got it. Just because it's a little too appropriate. I just wanted to. It's all I ever wanted. There we go. Just wanted to fill your dark heart with light. All right, everybody, remember your raid etiquette for this one. Only one message per person. Don't try to force it. If you're subscribed to me, feel free to include the pizza emotes in the raid message. If you're not subscribed to me, that's okay. Just going to mention right now they're 20% off for the rest of December, and gifting them is also 20% off. And also, if you're not subscribed to me though, just include the Twitch pre-made emote. Thank you all for coming out here tonight to see this stream. It's been a blast. I recommend this DLC if you own the game already. It's like what, $7.99 here? And that's it for tonight. Please join us again tomorrow night. Hey, that's the sound of a new follower. Let me get in really quickly while I'm doing this. Is one Barto. Thank you for the follow, and I apologize in advance for what we will find out in the future, but that's the end of this before it swaps over to Joe's channel. Thank you all for coming tonight, and I will see you again on Friday when we will be streaming the rest of Doki Doki Literature Club. Until then, What the Fnu. Later, everybody!